Well, day's not starting very well. I had to punch some of my equipment.
It's not cheeseburgers we're having today.
Hang on.
We're having yak burgers. That's right.
Not just any yak. Go back, yak. Do it again.
We're eating yak.
I'm doing songs over here. Go back, yak. Do it
Steely
again.
Dan, I got it. Go back, Jack. Do it again.
It's my fault, isn't it? Hit the road, yak. Don't you come back? No more.
Hey, enough yak. Yak off.
Smirnoff?
Man, he was funny.
Oliver.
Good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Yo.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
I believe. Oh no, that looked more purple in the window than it does on the monitor. I thought you and Christy were matching T-shirts there for just a second. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Chick. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick on Yak Day, and here's Tom.
We are going to eat some yak, but first I just can't help but notice that Josh Arnold is sitting in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair.
Oh, nice.
How about that?
Oh, getting ready for it. And I know that your mom is a big fan of the gold-dipped roses.
Yes.
So have you made arrangements to get that for her yet?
Of course.
Okay.
She has a whole bouquet.
I'm just checking.
And by the way, both are correct. I think bouquet and bouquet.
Really?
Both can go.
Are you a gala or gala?
I like gala. I think gala sounds more classy.
What's the paper towel?
Gala.
That's gala? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there are a lot of them that can go both ways.
See, I missed. I should have said bounty.
See what he did there, Christy.
20/20 hindsight. Man, oh man. It not always just happens. You know, I'm sad. I can't believe I messed up like that. I'm just
We've got a locker room full of sick players and coaches to go along with literally hundreds of thousands of Cowboy fans that are sick.
They put up quotes during the ESPN Sports Center, and they said at the bottom it's sometimes who they're talking to, and then a quote.
Right.
It said Jerry Jones. He's just sick about the Cowboys.
Mr. Jones, I saw a brother making out with his sister yesterday. What are your thoughts on that?
That's just sick.
That is
sick.
Mr. Jones, I saw some youths doing some kick flips off some stairs in front of the
You know what? Those are sick.
You're right.
Those are sick,
Yeah.
sick.
Now, coming up later this week, it's going to be the shoe-in of the week. But also coming up this week, Kostaki Economopoulos, that's today. Our NFL correspondent, I noticed yesterday arrangements were being made to send Willie and Kostaki to Phoenix for some pre-Super Bowl activities.
Good luck, Willie.
We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be getting goofy. It's going to be a good
You
time.
guys had a great time last year. It was fun. Have the lines developed for the odds for the weekend games?
They are negligible. It's like 1-2 points either way. Or as we would say in the gambling world, a pick 'em, not your nose. But Niners getting 2.5, and the Bengals, Chiefs are getting 1. Vegas knows about Mahomes.
The high, my man, what is it? The high ankle sprain is the
high
big
ankle
concern
sprain.
He hurt his knee. That's how high ankle it is.
I know where my ankle is. I don't know where my high ankle is. I don't think I have one.
Okay, Chick, how about this? It's a high ankle, and it's like a New Yorker cartoon, and the ankle of the sock, he's like smoking a little joint, man. It's a high ankle.
He's high.
You feel me on that one, pal? Josh, are you a fan of the high?
I like the idea that's in the New Yorker.
That was the
Finally, what I get.
No, it's a Griswold flavor.
Yes, yeah.
Throw the New Yorker in.
Yesterday, I got Bengals +1 before they changed the line. So
No
I'm pretty
kidding?
excited about that.
Yeah,
What did they change it to?
They changed it to Chiefs +1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the first time. Well, actually, the Chiefs were underdogs earlier. It might have been the Bengals again. Bengals have beaten them 4 straight times.
Oh.
Now, Joe Burrow has, and I'm not trying to make a pun here, the eye of the tiger. You look at some of those videos, it's like he is just there.
Sit down and watch some of those throws he made in the snow against the Buffalo Bills. And it's like, I guess it's not snowing where Joe is.
Apparently.
This is a rookie year?
Huh?
Is this his rookie year?
No. He
Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
San Francisco's quarterback.
Thank you.
Miss Purdy.
Yes, Purdy, yeah.
It's going to be fun. All of the quarterbacks, young dudes. None of the old studs are out there anymore.
All the young dudes. When Brock Purdy has a great game, they call it a Brock party.
Oh, that is good.
Jesus, can we start the show over?
Just remember Brock having a great year, rookie. Mm-hmm. It's all down from here, isn't it?
Oh.
For a second, I thought you were going to do your famous impression of him.
This could be...
You know, he does his Barack Obama.
Oh.
No, I thought Brock was Christy's boyfriend. Remember Brock?
I do remember Brock.
Yeah. We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Brock is somewhat of a... lady need me? Weightlifter.
I've never met a meathead, yeah.
Hi, Willie.
You haven't met
This is a different Brock. This is not Mr. Purdy.
No.
He's strong and handsome.
Yes.
I, Christy, love slave. She tell me what do to her body.
Christy,
Her
just
body.
like a sweet mother when you
Imagine.
go, I'm strong and handsome. Yes, he is.
All right,
He's
Brock.
strong.
Brock on
down.
bottom.
Brock pancakes today?
Brock crush.
Load carbs.
Coming up, we have a number of interesting news stories. Yesterday in the news, lots of fascinating things. One thing I was not aware of, and apparently this is an English thing, the folks in England apparently are not particularly aware of various aspects of their own bodies.
Yeah, they didn't know where
they
the
don't-
rectum was.
Apparently they don't teach it the way they do here in the U.S. of A. But yeah, this is a survey indicated that 55% of adult men and women in the U.K. could not confidently state where their rectum was located. Now, I know that a friend of mine who is an ER doctor, and you remember the story, Christy, he was talking about the fact that in the ER, certain women would come in and they would literally the number one way they would refer to their mommy parts, if you will, was by saying down there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them weren't exactly certain of how things worked. I mean, it's hard to believe.
I contend, it is my contention,
Yes.
that's the way women refer to
Down there?
their body.
But in a
parts.
medical situation,
among women,
I mean, you don't go into your doctor and go, doctor, I tell you what, my wiener itches, and she'd probably use the anatomical term,
Like penis, you think? You
yeah,
say penis?
in front of a physician.
my scrotal sac.
Yeah, I'm just saying that a lot of
You
people
don't go, I itch down there.
I don't think guys.
What'd you say, Christy?
Women will say that. Of course they will.
Really?
Yes.
They don't refer to the. Well, in any event, the story, and I love the name of this doctor in the interview. His name is Dr. Chun Tang, T-A-N-G. He's the medical director there of the.
Everybody was chun-tanging.
Yeah. He said having good
Everybody
knowledge
chung-tangs.
having good knowledge of our body parts and their functions is important, he
Yes.
stated. But
Of course.
again, 55% of men and women were not confidently able to point to their own rectums.
When you learn that? 7th grade?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
early
like 7th
on.
grade.
But now, Pat, I understand you were telling me how you have a tribute.
I do.
It sits down below like the ship we all know, the rectum of Ella Fitzgerald.
Well, this story's off to a great start.
She'd scat when she sang and her bottom would bang. A disaster when the winds would come early. The Fitzgerald family emailed me, said stop singing about poor Ella's rectum. They complained and they cussed. I threw Tom under the bus and said I write him. It's Tom who corrects him. The doctor, it said, would always turn his head when performing her colon procedure. There's polyps in corn and Louis Armstrong's horn. The rectum of Ella Fitzgerald.
We'd like to apologize to Louis Armstrong's family
And
of course
Ella's.
Ella's family, naturally, all horn players, and of course Gordon Lightfoot.
Boy, but that guitar sounds good.
Oh, thank you.
It sure does. It does sound good. What a nice way to
So
start
do the
the morning.
pipes.
Nice way to start the morning, Pat. Thank you very much.
Have an email for Tom, a suggestion. You guys are great. Use honey in your coffee for a sweetener. It's healthier and quieter.
Oh, instead of the packets that I
Yes.
All of us know immediately what I'm talking about, but you are oblivious.
I need someone to explain to me why Equal is disappearing from all of the places.
Maybe because it's... I'm not going to say anything. I'm surprised you're allowed to drink that.
I'm a free man as long as I'm by myself.
Not at home.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Do whatever you want. You've earned it.
No, twice a year I have to throw away the no salt that he gets because his doctor says that it's bad for him. But he still buys it because he's, a liar.
And it comes so easily to him. It's amazing.
It's crazy how quick he lies.
Just sit back
I
and
enjoy
watch.
the equal sweetener on the Splenda.
Okay.
And my doctor said I could have four cups of coffee a day. Unbelievable.
Is NutraSweet still out there? Remember that was in a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know.
I forget. I can't repeat.
It might be a brand name of the same sweetener.
But Equal seems to be disappearing from most of the places.
Really?
Starbucks doesn't have it.
Yeah.
It's the only one that tastes good.
Well, but go out and do your own research. If it could mean that it's just moved to a different part of the table and Tom doesn't know it's there. So don't
defy you to go find it at a Starbucks.
I know you're.
I have
$500
in my pocket. I'll triple or nothing if you can't find it. We have Christy Lee at the news desk. What's coming up, Christy?
Coming up, we have a vagina in the news.
Oh, yeah?
A mommy part down there.
A famous one? Or?
Yeah, well, not a famous one, but she found something in it.
Most famous vagina you'd like to get a look at, Josh?
That I'd like to get a look at. Boy, oh boy.
Why don't we table that and move forward?
We have falling iguanas in the news.
Okay. And
Again?
Yep, and tea made from caterpillars something.
okay, we'll look forward to that.
And I have a joke. I will tell a joke when I come back.
Really?
Chick started a joke.
That's right. And you know what happens when I tell a joke, Tom?
Show dies.
Yep.
Well, right now, I want to. I'm not going to joke about this. If you want to get the best earbuds, how about the Raycons? Because they're half the price and they're twice as good. Tell me more, chick.
They're the best, Jerry, the best. And 2023, it's trampling upon us like a giant gorilla wearing Raycon earbuds. That's right. For premium audio at the perfect price. You got to go with your Raycons. Look, feel, and sound better than ever. Optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. And they're so comfortable, they will not budge. They won't fall out of your ear into the toilet. Raycons also give you 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and, of course, they're priced just right. And I ain't even mentioned 3 customizable sound profiles and 50,000 five-star reviews. Now, here's the part you have to do. I hate to give you an errand, but we need some cooperation. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's right. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom, score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up in sports.
Coming up in sports, NFL, AFC, NFC championship coming up. We got a new #1 in college basketball, a couple of world records, and Madison Square Garden's in trouble. And we'll talk about Michigan and the Big House.
Oh.
Just to make Tom happy.
Very good. Be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
On the way, Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy on a Tuesday morning. Good morning. My name is Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Jess Hooker as well will be along. Hooker the Cooker on the menu today. Yak. That's right. We're going to try yak steaks. Let's see. Burgers, sirloins, and I think she said she got ribeyes. So we'll just have to see exactly how that all pans out. But Hooker the Cooker in action today, and Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy, talking about the National Football League, the playoffs, and word on the street, Kostaki is heading to the Super Bowl. He's our NFL correspondent, along with Tom's son, Willie Griswold. So Willie and Kostaki out in Arizona coming up in mid-February. We'll be talking about that. Of course, the plan's just getting underway. All Pro Lines on Facebook is where you find Kostaki hanging out online, and you can check out that on Facebook. All Pro Lines. Kostaki Economopoulos on a Tuesday, all on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison. With a look at things you may have missed, Luke Shepardson won one of the world's most prestigious and storied surfing contests, which was held in Hawaii over the weekend for the first time in 7 years. Shepherdson, lifeguard, beat out reigning champion John Florence on Sunday at the Eddie Aiku Big Wave Invitational with a nearly perfect score. The contest held on Oahu's North Shore goes forward only when the surf is consistently large enough during the big wave surfing season from mid-December through mid-March. Before this year, it had only been held 9 times since the initial competition back in 1984. It honors legendary native Hawaiian waterman Eddie Aiku. Music streaming service Spotify said Monday it's cutting 6% of its global workforce, or about 600 jobs. It's yet another tech company forced to rethink its pandemic-era expansion as the economic outlook weakened. CEO Daniel Ek announced the restructuring in a message to employees. It was also posted online Monday. He said the company's operating costs last year grew at double its revenue growth, and it has tried hard to rein in costs, but it simply hasn't been enough. Ek said he took full responsibility for the moves that got us here today. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Oh, that was a good flight.
Yeah, it was. Nicotine. That's the name of it.
Nicotine? What's that?
It's a patch.
It's a patch?
Yeah, it helps you quit smoking. My doctor gave it to me.
Nicotine's a patch?
Yeah, Nicotine it's a patch.
A patch?
A patch.
Some kind of patch?
Yes, it's a patch like you put on your arm.
Nicotine is a patch?
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yes, it's a patch!
2 days later, different flight, same airport.
What do you mean a patch?
It's a patch.
You mean like a cabbage patch?
No.
Like a briar patch?
No.
Like a patch of pirate wear?
No.
You mean like a patchwork quilt?
No.
You mean like a Clarence Carter
No.
patches?
Why can't you understand this? It's a patch your doctor gives you that you wear on your arm.
What do you mean arm?
2 days later, same airport, yet another flight.
Now, let me get this straight. Nicotine is a...
Nicotine, guaranteed to help you quit smoking.
I think it's a patch.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do, too.
I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven singer sidekick desk.
Yeah.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I'd like to jump around in topics today for a change.
Jump around. Jump around.
Jump around.
Jump up, and let's go.
Have you seen that in Wisconsin where all the fans jump around at the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter?
Awesome.
So cool.
It's a great idea.
Really cool.
We were talking about apparently very few females, at least in American culture, are named Junior, whereas a number of men, you'll have someone and their son will be Junior.
Yes, it's very common.
I'm not a fan of that. Don't take offense, please. It's just that I think, the best example, John Hinckley Jr. That's got to be hard to go to the country club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
But in the course of discussing this yesterday, someone mentioned Junior Samples.
Yes.
Now, Chick, do you want to remind us who Junior Samples?
He was a member of the cast of Hee-Haw, and I believe he was just a regular guy, and I think they found him on the production where didn't they do Hee-Haw in Nashville or somewhere like that? That's my impression.
Portly fellow.
Yeah.
Yes.
But very funny.
He seemed, how do I state this? He seemed a little dim. He might not have been.
He seemed folksy.
Certainly played that, yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, according to this letter from Paul in St. Louis, Junior Samples would always use a classic phone number for his used car dealership. BR549.
Yep.
Because every time I check into a hotel and they ask me for my license plate number, I always go BR549. Never once have I been questioned about it.
That's funny.
I don't know how we started this in high school, but we always said BR549302. I don't know why. That's automatically what I think.
Based on the list you
Based on, I don't know what. We just put 302 on the end of it.
But don't they want your license plate number so your car doesn't get towed? Isn't that the point of doing that?
I guess.
They don't want it for anything good. That's why I never give it to them.
Just give them the making the car.
I don't know what you're up to.
I think Fauci wants it. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful. Do you know your license plate number?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't either.
I know all three cars.
Oh,
I know yours is R2417B. I'm not sure what mine is.
I honestly don't know mine.
It's R2417.
I can't remember the last time I was asked my license number at a hotel.
914 THT.
Honestly, don't do that on the air. Honestly,
I may have made that up.
Among the mountains of great advice your father has given me, Willie, I said, I got a new car. I'm going to go get a personalized license plate. And he looks at me and goes, really? You like your car getting keyed? Is that what you like?
What would you go for? Were you going to go for Chickster or something cool?
I don't know, like CHK, KOOL maybe. Or,
that's too many K's to get, I would say.
Too many?
That's a key in.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed key in.
If not a steel toe into the side of the door.
You honestly don't know your license plate
I have no idea.
I know my credit card numbers. I don't know my license.
I don't know my
know
credit card numbers.
I know it right now, but that's only because there's an app that I use where I have to input it the first time I parked, and then I see it as the name of the car. So that's the only reason I know it.
That's fascinating. I watch Chick every now and then buy something online, and he's got his credit card number memorized.
Man, I don't have that.
Hey, you want to shop or not?
Are we doing this or what?
Let's do this. Kaboom.
I mean, that's the best thing about contemporary cell phones. I mean, I know maybe 2 numbers.
It's more than I know.
And those are people who are no longer with us. My mom.
That's helpful.
I don't know anyone's phone number anymore.
Man.
Do you have?
I don't even know my kids' phone numbers.
Yeah,
I have to always ask.
Yeah, so I do it there. I mean, everything's loaded into the phone.
Do you have anybody who calls you who always says, "Hi, it's me," or they say who they are? Like, "Hi, it's Leonard." Like, yeah, my phone told me you're Leonard. Okay, they made a progressive.
My mom does that every single time.
Yeah, that to me, that is my new favorite set of commercials.
Yeah,
and the guy that does that. Perfect casting.
He's great.
He's just so condescending. It's so great.
It really is wonderful.
Don't need to label your garbage cans.
That one is so funny. Hey, he walks up very cautiously.
Don't call it a John Hancock.
He looks at him in the elevator and he goes, notice everyone else is facing the door. Let's turn it around.
Knowing that you don't have any numbers memorized and that your life is sort of in your phone, do you ever do what I occasionally do and look at your phone and go, I could toss this into the river and start over?
Why do you have this desire?
It's like Jack Nicholson at the end of 5 Easy Pieces. You hop in the timber truck and go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Clean slate.
I could make it 2 days before I called one of my buddies from college just to be like, hey, man, what's going on? And then it's ruined. I'm back on the record. I couldn't last 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
I've been utilizing airplane mode more and more and more. It's awesome.
Just in your day-to-day, you're just walking around not being able to receive texts and calls?
It's fantastic.
Then you just don't have a phone for a few hours.
Well, then don't you get
Now, let me ask you, do you
crap when you turn it back on and people are like, why haven't you answered my text?
Yeah, sure.
Do you use your phone to watch pornography?
I have, but not often, yeah.
And you call your mom on that phone?
Yeah, I call her and go, Mom, you got to see this scene I'm watching.
I think it's adorable how you still respect your mom. I have no frame of reference. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, this is Jerry Jones,
Hey,
owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mr. Jerry.
As owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I just want to say I share in your pain. Even 24 hours in a hot tub that seats 12, shaped like Texas Stadium, can't take the sting away.
No.
I bet.
But as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I fully intend to turn this pain into progress. This offseason, I'll approach the NFL competition committee with a rule that's long overdue. I believe as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, when you're that close to the Super Bowl and you've not been there since '95, I believe, in the sake of fairness, there should be an option to buy your way in.
That's a good idea.
That sounds fair to me.
Last but not least, there is an upside. As owner of the Dallas Cowboys, we have good news regarding our kicker. I've been told he's on Match.com, and already this offseason he's found Miss Right.
Miss Right.
But as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm still so sick over this loss. Hang on. Phyllis, schedule an appointment for me at that massage parlor Robert Kraft recommends. No, not under my name. Let's put it under Wade Phillips. Oh, okay, well then just go with Junior Samples. Thanks for calling. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
The internet, by the way, has been flooded with Dallas Cowboys fans destroying their TVs after the game.
Really?
One guy just walks up and punches it, and the other guy throws his TV in the driveway and backs up over it with his truck.
Man.
Well,
Smart.
That'll help.
Yeah, it's good for the tires and the TV.
Yeah. Reasonable reaction.
Yeah.
Sir, you have nothing to do with it.
Nor does your TV.
You could be on fire. The team wouldn't piss on you, okay?
You think Mickey Mantle cares about you? No. All right.
It is funny to imagine someone and their whole family just all sitting around a phone or an iPad just to watch The Office. Dad, I wish you wouldn't have broken the TV last night.
True enough.
We have time to get a little bit of sports.
Time now for a joke with Chick McGee.
Yeah, man.
Excellent.
Do you want the intro?
I don't know. I think that might jinx it.
That's copyrighted.
Okay.
A Redskins fan, an Eagles fan, and a Cowboys fan are climbing a mountain and arguing about who loves their team the most. The Eagles fan insists he's the most loyal and says, "This is for Philadelphia," and jumps off the mountain.
Oh.
Wow.
Not to be outdone, the Redskins fan is next. He said, "This is for Washington," and pushes the Cowboys fan off the mountain. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Sure, I had to read it word for word. That's all right.
And, plus using the former name of the Washington Football Club.
Well, that's when the joke was written.
That's right. You got to stay true to the origin of the. Actually, there's no excuse. You're in trouble.
And now we're reading from.
That's the way that's the way Garofalo does it. Okay, she reads it. Right? Anyway, where was I? Oh, I told you about the videos, didn't I? The Cowboys videos running over their TVs. You got it. You should look at this. It's pretty good. Because it's a Cowboy fan and...
Foul. We'll pick this up. On number 99 of the defense, after he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
He's giving him the business down there. NCAA basketball, Purdue is back at number 1 in the AP Top 25. Alabama is right behind the Boilers. Purdue returned to the top spot in men's college basketball, moving up 2 spots after Houston's loss to Temple. The Boilermakers received 39 first-place votes after a up-and-down, volatile week. Alabama up to number 2. Houston loses. They're at 3. Tennessee 4. Kansas State 5. New York's Madison Square Garden, Tom, you'll find this interesting.
Never heard of it.
I hope. And other sports venues would be barred from refusing entry to perceived enemies of their owners under a bill introduced by New York lawmakers.
What?
Just what I said.
So wait a minute. So
I knew I had this marked right after the lawmakers. Tom would have a question.
So wait. So in other
that
words,
sentence can't be any more clear.
So if the owners of the Philadelphia 76ers want to watch the game, they've been prevented from doing so?
Only if they're perceived enemies of the owners.
Sir, your ex-wife is here to drop off the kids.
Don't let her in! See how it works?
She's perceived to be...
She's a perceived enemy. The proposed legislation comes after the company... Because what do we know about laws, Tom?
They have to make them because somebody...
There was a problem.
Yeah.
Proposed legislation comes after the company that owns the Garden and other venues instituted a policy of preventing ticket holders from entering if they work for any law firm involved in litigation against that company. A perceived enemy.
More complicated.
Not really. It has enforced the rule by revoking tickets and using facial recognition technology to identify and then bounce people who tried to attend those events. An attorney who's owned New York Knicks season tickets for nearly 50 years sued MSG, Madison Square Garden Entertainment, in October, saying he and nearly 60 lawyers from his firm were barred from the company's properties.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
No, it sounds like a middle school thing, like a fight on a playground.
Or does it
you
make
can't come in.
perfect sense?
What are they suing Madison Square Garden about?
They wouldn't let them in. They took their tickets away.
They were perceived.
Do you not listen?
No, but I mean, okay, no.
An attorney who's owned New York season tickets for nearly 50 years sued them. He and 60 lawyers from his firm were barred from the company.
Okay. Cheering for the wrong team? What are they doing? I don't get it.
No, they must have originally...
They're perceived enemies.
Yeah, they had a lawsuit at one point against MSG.
And they're representing someone suing the Garden, I would guess.
Okay. Exciting.
Well, that might be...
Oh, hang on. Hang on just a minute.
Yeah.
Tom's not excited.
Okay, well.
David Rush. Oh, hang on. This will get him back engaged. Stupid world. This gives you a snapshot, everyone, of who I'm dealing with. David Rush has broken the Guinness World Record for the most dice caught while blindfolded.
Oh, jeez.
So they threw a bunch of dice at him today?
Yeah.
And then
they did.
He couldn't see, but then he just put his hands together, I guess?
Jonathan Hollywood Hannon tossed handfuls of dice at a time. Handfuls. David managed to catch a total of 656 dice to take back the record title.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind pelting this guy with dice.
This is the third time he and Hollywood have broken the record because a pair of radio hosts, in Australia, usurped their title. Is it usurped or usurped?
You.
It's usurped.
Usurped? I like maple usurped.
Me too, yeah.
They took the record not once but twice. I think we should take a shot at this.
This is the dumbest. It's just he's got his hands cupped, so he's in effect a standing bowl, blindfolded. The other guy's just heaving little miniature dice into his hand.
Okay, so there's another radio show dealing with Dave. So does that mean we can stop?
Yep, we're out.
They got it for
One
the whole
could
year.
make that, it's a judgment call.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I doubt it. We can try.
I think Hollywood Hannon, who was throwing the dice, is a little tired of doing this. The first three throws were overhand. Really, he really heaving them at the guy.
What I'm waiting for is Hollywood Hannon to go out and try to make his own records.
Me too.
Leave David Rush
Yes.
behind.
Sure. Yes.
That's a turf war.
Tired of being behind.
Yeah, it's like Biggie and whoever.
Never what is it? Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Hey, Hannon, maybe see how long you can hold a pillow over your best friend's face. That's a record I would root for.
That'd be unbelievable.
You have to wonder, do they make these records up, or are these existing things they have to go after?
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Well, coming up in sports, what have you got over there?
Michigan football. We'll talk about it.
Okay, right now.
And a surfing contest. You like to surf, Willie?
Oh, yeah, I'm a big surfman.
Tom, you surf?
No, but I'd like to learn. I think I'm going to go to
Why
Costa
don't you
Rica.
go try that? Way out in the ocean.
I want to say that Josh is sitting in a special chair this week. It's the I Hate Steven Singer jeweler's chair, the sidekick chair. And speaking of Steven Singer, get ready because just around the corner, it is Valentine's Day.
That's right.
That's where we get to meet Perry. Perry is periwinkle. I just learned periwinkle is a flower and a color. And it's significant because it's the new color for this year's 24-karat gold-dipped rose from Steven Singer Jewelers. It's kind of a bluey, purple, violet-y. Christy, you help me with this?
Yeah, actually, and it sparkles. It's really a beautiful rose. I
like
saw
an
it.
indigo.
Well described, violet-y.
It's a violet blue.
Well, if you told me to pick out periwinkle, I wouldn't have known. But now I know.
That's because it's
man.
No reason to get bogged down.
Man's man.
Okay, very good. It's IHateStevenSinger.com, and you can get this 24-karat gold-dipped rose exclusively at Steven Singer Jewelers. Every year, the new one sells out. So I'm telling you to act today. And by the way, every order at Steven Singer Jewelers, if it comes in, say, before 2 o'clock Eastern Time today, it'll be going out today. So you'll have it with plenty of time for Valentine's Day. Exclusively and only available at Steven Singer Jewelers. The #1 gift for Valentine's Day, Steven's famous gold-dipped roses. They just start at about $59. And like I said, a free lifetime guarantee and, of course, free shipping. Check out all the beautiful jewelry. Real diamonds from a real jeweler and real roses dipped in 24-karat real gold for your real love. Only and exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have...
interim coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, will explain their final play against the 49ers. You know, Willie, the one where Ezekiel Elliott was the center.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
And also, a special request, because there's going to be another one of these snowstorms hitting certain parts of the United States. And when there is a snowstorm, you have to stock up on bread and eggs and milk to make French toast. And we have a French toast tribute coming up by request from Maywood Banks. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I was thinking, since it's summertime,
yes,
and everyone's watching baseball, playing baseball. Do you know your softball tribute?
Yeah, I can try to get through it better than I did the other one. Church league softball. Let's pull the key up.
Great idea.
There we go. Church league softball fist fight. Getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat. Well, the swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ, an example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2. Church league softball fist fight, a bloody laying on of hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip, ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship. Church league softball fist fight, rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop ass.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you, Tim Wilson.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning. Skating at full strength here on a Tuesday morning. You got Pat Godwin in the performance room. There's Ace Cosby running the board. Chick McGee at the sports desk. What's that guy's name? Oh, that's Josh Arnold over in the sidekick chair. There's Christy Lee at the news desk. Tom Griswold, his son Willie, Ace Cosby running the board, and I'm Mark Allison. We're all here. Thanks so much for listening. On a Tuesday, it's January 24th. Yak steaks on the menu with Jess Hooker. That's right. We had a story about yaks maybe 2 weeks ago, and that piqued our interest. Why were the yaks loose? What were they used for? And as it turns out, they are not used for meat at that particular farm. However, we decided to try yak steaks. And there you have it. That's the backstory on our yak meal later this morning. Yak burgers as well. Ribeyes. Oh, you can almost smell it cooking. It's a fun day with Jess Hooker, the cooker, and comedian Kostaki Economopoulos on a Tuesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. U.S. health officials want to make the COVID-19 vaccinations more like the annual flu shot. The Food and Drug Administration has proposed a simplified approach for future efforts, allowing most adults and children to get a once-a-year shot to protect against the mutating virus. Music streaming service Spotify announced it's cutting 6% of its global workforce, or about 600 jobs. It's yet another tech company forced to rethink its pandemic-era expansion as the economic outlook weakens. CEO Daniel Ek announced the restructuring in a message to employees that was also posted online Monday. And across the country, there's a silent frustration brewing over ever-presence of tipping. Some fed-up consumers are protesting and ranting on social media, complaining about tip requests at drive-thrus, while others say they're simply tired of being asked to leave a gratuity for even a muffin or simple cup of coffee at their neighborhood bakery. As more businesses adopt digital payment methods, customers are automatically being prompted to leave a gratuity at places they normally wouldn't, and some say it has become frustrating, as, of course, the items have skyrocketed in price due to inflation. But the workers, they say the surge in tip requests is a welcome development. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
For those of you who might have missed this item from over the weekend, yes, it's true. Tom took his newly 10-year-old daughter on her birthday to make candles. That actually happened, and he insists they had an incredible time.
Parafun. We had cookies. We had cake.
Next weekend, they're going to load muskets.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Right now, we've got Bert Chalice as our guest. Did you drive here from?
Yeah, I drove over and no longer driving my Yugo. You know, I had
got rid of it.
Yeah, I got a Yugo for a while because I bought a Yugo because I had the coupon. Sure. And it's not much of a car. You turn up the radio, the car stalls. No rear view mirror because nothing will be behind you. Believe me. You can actually tick off the Amish people. They go by and bullwhip you.
Sorry, they don't have horns.
I got places to go. I don't know if you know this or not. If you ever get behind the Amish, those horse-drawn carriages, they usually have that orange triangle sign on the back. I found out if you fire a softball and hit that sign, you dunk the driver. You just lose him. It's a great little highway thing to do.
That's a nice little trick.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the Performance Room.
Hello.
And if you haven't seen Pat do an imitation of his grandfather, it's really, really sad. Are you going to incorporate that into your live show? I'd like to see that.
It
That
was
would be
funny.
great. People should request that. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey, man. Gotta get used to not saying chick so quick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Dude.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
First off, Pat Godwin this weekend, the famed Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah.
You killed it there a couple years ago. It's going to be huge shows.
It's a good club.
Huge shows this weekend. That's Friday and Saturday with Pat Godwin. There may be a special surprise. I'm not saying.
It's also a treatment center.
If you don't have enough new material, since you were there, you can use some of mine.
Oh, I do anyway.
No.
That's very nice of you.
Good.
Now, yesterday there was an interesting news story about a restaurant in West Virginia, and their hot dog statue was stolen.
Yes.
It sure was. Boy.
And some controversy about the size of the statue. The statue was found.
Correct.
And we've had a number of people weigh in on this and send us various photographs. There are apparently several versions of this statue. And once again, it's a hot dog in a bun with little hot dog arms, squirting ketchup on his head, and then holding mustard in the other hand.
Our friend Amanda sent us a picture, said that she's 5'4", and it's a little taller than her.
Now, here's another version of it, the same statue. This is a 3-foot statue, and it's for sale on eBay right now for $349.99.
No. That's not bad. No, that's not bad.
One of these little statues. But the one yesterday was stolen from a restaurant in West Virginia, and it was found, the police report.
Oh, good.
And there's a photograph of the police holding the smaller version of the statue.
Right.
But I'm not sure which one was stolen. It was stolen from the famed Dairy Winkle in Campbell's Creek, West Virginia.
Well, I'm guessing the one that was stolen is the one the police are holding.
Or this is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think so.
Do you think they...
You just want the narrative to be that it was the tall one.
Why would I want that narrative?
It's way funnier, first of all.
Yes, it is funnier.
And having to carry...
It's funnier if a frat steals the full size wiener man. Not that it's
I want it to be the big one, too, but I don't think it is.
I think it's really funny if it's the taller one and they do a police lineup and it's 3 regular guys and it's a hot dog statue. I think that's a really good point.
It's the tall wiener.
You think they're trying to get fingerprints off of, they're dusting it for prints?
I hope so.
They refer to him as the wiener man. Last week we had a very serious discussion on why doesn't McDonald's go back and bring back that brat?
Maybe they will. That sure would be great.
Well, that would be very nice.
I like the snack wrap from McDonald's. That's not around anymore.
Oh, it isn't?
Oh, I know.
That was a good wrap. That was a nice thing.
It was a breaded chicken tender inside.
I really liked the Big Mac wrap. That was
terrific also.
Yeah.
I make a home version of a Big Mac wrap.
Yes.
Not bad at all, my friend.
So you go get a Big Mac and then just wrap it up when you get home? Or?
No. I just cook up to the ground beef at home, little homemade Thousand Island.
I love making a Big Mac wrap. I take a Big Mac and I wrap my lips around.
Well, you know what you're going to wrap your lips around today?
What's that?
Jess Hooker is making yak meat.
Big
Go
yak.
back.
So you're
Yak,
you can have a yak wrap. I don't know if Jess brought any wrap in, but we're looking for that. The larger point here is the West Virginia restaurant in is it pronounced Kanawha County?
Kanawha
County. Kanawha.
It's where, no, that's Cowboys. Well, I forget. I think it's Charleston or Huntington. One of the big cities is in Kanawha County.
But the break-in at the Campbell's Creek location of the Dairy Winkle, the hot dog licking its lips statue has been recovered.
Oh, that's sexy.
And it's undamaged, by the way. But you can buy one of these beautiful statues for $350. But, Pat, didn't you have a tribute to this?
Sure.
Fine.
Hot dog statue, West Virginia. Wiener man gone from the Dairy Winkle. There was a fire there. Place went up in flames. Hooligans stole the statue. Many insurance claims. Wiener man, come on, take him home to the restaurant where he belongs. West Virginia. Dairy Winkle. 5'4"ish.
5'4"ish.
Wiener man. High school memories gather around him. Hey, you want to see my wiener? I got smacked by Emma Johnson. Someone stole him. Gotta get him back. Light brown and wrinkly. just like my sack. Wiener man.
Wiener man.
Ketchup in hand.
Ketchup in hand.
Mustard in the other.
Mustard in the other.
That's where Dad met Mother. West Virginia. Hot dog statue. Take him home. Wiener man.
Oh,
Yes, lovely.
So close.
We'll have to find out if it was the big statue or the little statue that was stolen.
Let's just pretend it's the big one.
Okay.
It is funnier.
Yeah, in hindsight, it is funnier.
I relish that.
Thank you very much. To be frank, that is one funny line. Okay. You want to give me the sports teaser?
Mike McCarthy, the interim coach for the Dallas Cowboys, because, you know, the Cowboys, all they have to do is go to the, as Scott Van Pelt said, all they have to do is go to the head coach store or the starting quarterback store and get new quarterback and coach, and they're set to go. That's all they need, the head coach and the quarterback. He's going to explain what happened on that last play. That included, I'm not making this up, Ezekiel Elliott, all-world running back from The Ohio State University. He was playing center.
Well,
honestly.
You do what the coach says.
That's exact. And then I want to have you playing center.
We're going to do the Statue of Liberty.
And I want Dak Prescott to block.
Shake things up sometimes.
He can't get hurt.
Switch it around on him.
If it had gone well, people would be calling him a genius.
That's true.
Right.
I love those plays.
Trick plays.
Also coming up, a little bit of a toast action from Haywood Banks. And Christy, what have you got over there at the news desk?
We got a guy breaking into a Joe's Crab Shack, but he left something instead of taking something.
Man, those guys are grumpy. Ever notice that?
Oh, yeah, they're real crazy.
And be careful when you steal a van. You never know what might be inside, especially if you steal one from a funeral home.
Oh.
I'll give you one guess.
Grandma.
Cadaver.
We'll find out what it was. I hope
Decedent.
they found it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
This song's about my very favorite thing in the whole wide world, yeah? Perfect day for getting freaky. It's that time of day for sniffing like a dog. Would you like to play some sneaky peeky? What I'm trying to say is that I'm feeling like a song. So what you say? We're gonna come to play. So what you say? Come on, let's get busy. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Oh, It's time for moving, baby. It's time for grooving slow. It's time for dancing, baby, and poking around your throat. So what you say? We're gonna come and play. So what you say? Come on, let's get busy. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? It's that time of day for sniffing like a dog. Can I have some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? your beauty? Can I have some more? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Yeah, can I see your beauty? Can I get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Oh, booty, booty, booty. Booty, booty, booty. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? All right. Wow.
Very nice, gentlemen.
That horn section moves.
Here come the mummies.
Yeah.
Man, are they great.
Oh, what fun. Well, if you didn't get a ticket tonight, you lose. Wow.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Frank Caliendo.
Some dude is on Bob and Tom doing your freaking voice, Jim.
Maybe you are not listening right now.
Make it stop, Van Smack. I'm hearing echoes again, Van Smack. Make it stop, Jim.
Well, maybe
Silly.
that Grand Canyon that you have between your ears.
That's not sus.
Not unlike Alf, you just cracked yourself up. Look out, because you're going to be eating a cat in about 5 minutes.
We're making more echoes of freaking Lou Gehrig, Jim.
What a great speech that was. Lou Gehrig. No one has ever topped that speech.
The luckiest freaking man on the face of the world.
He truly was.
He did not suck.
No, he did not suck. And that day was the luckiest day for him.
Rack him.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom.
Friday night.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
We'll get this figured out.
Yeah, we'll do it. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and I'm smelling yak. Mm-hmm. Yak's a cooking.
We are actually going to be eating yak. Jess Hooker is cooking yak in the green room right now.
Go back.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Do it again.
What kind of sides?
Oh, for God's sake.
They're kind of hairy and meaty. That's where really we want to carve off.
We have
see, saving money on
a special request right now before we get back to the action for one of the classics. This is a song that has been, as they say, covered by many bands, also many choral groups.
Nickelback?
From various schools.
They do a cover of it?
And Haywood is suing every one of them.
It's a classic from Haywood Banks.
He wants his money.
This is all about bread and, of course, toast.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast.
Very nice.
Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then if it pops too soon, press down again. Make toast. Yeah, toast! When the first caveman drove in from the dregs, didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been a genius, got it in his head. Plug the toaster in the wall, buy a bag of bread, make toast. Yeah, toast! Oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Présentez-vous, Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oui, Marie, baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast! In Chicago, we're on the Bob and Tom Show. Yeah, toast! Toast.
The genius of Haywood Banks, ladies and gentlemen. And enjoy some toast, won't you please? Thank you very much. We now return to the sports desk with Chick McGee. What's happening over there?
Michigan Stadium's tunnel will be a little wider next season. The school confirmed yesterday that it will remove a portable section of seats from the front of the tunnel to give players, coaches, and staff members more room to enter and exit the football field.
Because they're all fatty.
Well, because there was an incident between the Michigan State players and the Michigan players this past season, and I believe some of the Michigan State players were charged with this, that, and the other, and I think it's all died down now. But it's a rivalry, Tom. Who knows what's going to happen?
Hope they're going to replace the seats.
Well, they have a total of 45 portable seats will be lost, and they're expecting to move in enough standing room only tickets to keep their capacity at the world record of 100.
Or instead of rebuilding the place, maybe fine players who act up. They're going to redo the whole thing because these guys can't behave themselves?
How about a crane?
That's right.
Bear with me for a second.
Okay.
Because we're on a different topic, Josh, but thanks for your ire. How about a crane with a set of bleachers?
Hanging?
Yes.
People
would sit. And then you'd lift the crane up, and then you'd have them dangling over the stadium.
I can't believe I'm saying this. That's a great idea. Have you seen the restaurants that hang in the air?
What?
Yes.
Yeah. All these people are seated at a table, suspended in the air, and the waiter's walking around the table serving, and they're like 80 feet in the air.
Oh, that sounds horrifying.
I know someone who did that.
Well, how do you go to the bathroom? That's my question.
That would be my question.
You just let it go.
You're like a mud falcon. Table 7 mud falcon.
Well, I believe there's some sort of plexiglass.
They're not going to let people fall.
Where the table and the chairs are sitting. So
You know the guy.
Mud falcon wouldn't make it off the table. Okay.
You know the guy that always goes to the bathroom when the check seems to come?
Yes.
Just jumping off of the crane when they try to make you pay.
Oh, check's here. I didn't buy dinner.
Yeah, we all know that guy.
Yeah.
Now,
I'd never seen it done before until I saw it live and in person. And you leaned over, you know what he's doing, right? No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is.
Every time.
Every time.
Okay.
This is from Honolulu, which means...
Where's that, Hawaii?
Wow.
Yeah, that's their word for wow.
Look at the ass on her.
Oh, it means the whole thing?
Honolulu.
Honolulu.
That's where Lululemon comes from, because butts look so good in them.
How about that?
Nice.
You learn something new every
And
day.
if your butt doesn't look good in my Lululemon, maybe you shouldn't be wearing them. That's what Lululemon said. Anyway, Luke Shepardson, one of the world's most prestigious and storied surfing contests, held in Hawaii over the weekend for the first time in 7 years. Shepardson, a lifeguard, beat out reigning champion John Florence on Sunday at the Eddie Aiku Big Wave Invitational.
They don't call him John, do they?
They call him JJ Flo.
John is a little young, isn't it?
Man.
Let me tell you something. If you and your sister don't stop fighting, I'm going to ditch this plane right over by Martha's Vineyard.
Boy, Tom loves moving forward today.
He does.
My God. Let's move forward. Can we keep moving forward?
said it was the worst
We're not on the subject that I'm about to talk about anymore. Move forward.
He told me we're going to have to, it's every day, stretch, and then we start goofing around, having a good time. How long's this boring story that I didn't come up with? How long are you going to talk about
No, this is fascinating. What is it again?
You weren't paying attention.
It's because it's so boring.
No, maybe you would be interested if you paid attention.
Well, too late for that.
You like surfing.
And if you're wondering what happened to Chick at 7:09 Eastern, I don't want to point fingers, but it's you. It's your fault.
Can we get Chick a toe tag for when you choose to just, not when you choose, when you're forced out of the conversation?
I'll put it on my index
this is great. What is it again? I wasn't.
It's over.
I was looking for something.
We're doing yours.
You were looking ahead instead of living in the moment.
You're like a girl watching a movie.
Here.
Just get off your phone.
Here, he'll become engaged.
All right.
He's back in. University of Tulsa and an Oklahoma pizza restaurant teamed up to break the Guinness World Record for the largest pizza party.
Who doesn't love a pizza party?
In other news for sixth graders.
No, you can have a pizza party for big boys. You get beer there, too. It's fun.
Mike Bosch. You know you can get beer at Chuck E. Cheese?
Can you really?
Yeah, but only, two? They have a limit.
Well,
you can also, you have to be careful with this, but you can also steal a kid. Did you know that?
They make it hard.
Yeah.
They have that whole ID system.
They do put a wristband around,
They tried to do the promotion, come in, get 2 pitchers of beer, steal a kid every Wednesday, but it got a little dicey.
How many tickets is that one?
I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Mike Bosch, owner of the Andolini's pizza chain, took 8 months to organize the record attempt for the biggest pizza party.
What toppings?
Every single one of Bosch's restaurant worked together. Oh, okay. So it wasn't a pizza party at one location.
It wasn't?
It wasn't?
No.
No. Yes, it was. No. It's a pizza party at one location. All the restaurants made the pizzas and they brought them to the location.
Still.
Okay.
No. One single location.
And I found out yesterday that the world's biggest pizza, they have a conveyor belt thing where the giant pizza goes through it and cooks as it goes by.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I don't, because we were wondering how that happened.
Said no one ever.
The big pizza, that was on the floor. This is just a pizza party. It's fun.
It is fun. Is it
you
free?
want to have fun? Go to Hawaii and surf.
No joke. That is fun.
That'd be delightful.
It's going to be pizza party.
Yeah.
Was it a free pizza
Are
party?
you going to the pizza party? I'm going to the pizza party.
I don't know who this guy is.
I like this. Hey, Simon says he's going to the pizza party. Right? Simon, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to the biggest pizza party ever. It's going to be really big.
Are you bringing any soda for yourself, Simon?
Oh, I like Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Is it just one type of pizza? Or
They managed to gather 3,357 party goers who wanted to party to beat the previous record of 1,046.
Oh, Simon, I like your pointy hat. That's fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Guinness World Record.
I wear it over my mouth to be unique.
Yeah, no, I saw
I
you.
look like a weird bird.
Yeah, no, we heard you talk about how you were a weird bird poking at the pizza.
Oh, well, here we go. The record attempt raised $40,000 for Make-A-Wish, Oklahoma.
See, it's a nice charitable event. Everyone's having fun.
Anybody guess what the wish is?
It's a pizza party. Just keep
You're
going.
making
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Let's just keep going.
For the record to count, partygoers had to abide by several rules. Evidently,
what a party.
One of them wasn't the pizzas can be made around the world, and all of a sudden, it's a big pizza party. Participants had to eat 2 standard slices of pizza, standard-sized slices. Participants also had to drink a small bottle of water. They also had 15 minutes to finish their portion.
Why do they have to drink water? I don't get that.
If a participant,
why is that one of the rules? Are you concerned about somebody gagging or something?
If they couldn't finish their portion, Christy, they would not count towards the total.
I couldn't be in that. I can't eat 2 whole pieces
How
of
about
pizza.
the crust?
Standard piece of pizza.
Do you have to eat the crust on the edge?
Doesn't say.
Well, that's the best part.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just I have children. I've watched them eat pizza.
They don't eat the crust?
We call them the bones. You going to eat the bones?
I love them.
That crust on the edge that often gets discarded.
Oh, that's...
You know, the bones. That's
They'll
where
learn.
That's where the flavor is. Where nothing's on it but bread.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Christy, if you have 2 pieces of standard size pizza, are you uncomfortable? Do you feel
That's
bad?
That's a lot.
That's crazy. I've eaten 2 personal pizzas and been fine.
You ever been double stuffed?
Nope.
You know.
Well, it doesn't have to be that.
Josh is the only.
There's another hole.
Josh is the only one that's going to laugh.
Sometimes it's called being shish kebab.
You know, DVDA. You know.
Oh, boy.
Ever been spit roasted?
Hey, coming
I
up.
don't even know what any of this means. I'm just asking.
It's all actionable. That's all you need to know.
Spinner!
Now, you were promising we were going to be eating yak today. Jess Hooker is actually cooking yak.
Chick, what's the hardest part about eating yak?
Getting its legs apart. Now, I also want to tell you about SimpliSafe.
Okay.
The do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system, named the best home security of 2022, again, by U.S. News & World Report for the 3rd year in a row. And SimpliSafe has proprietary technology. It's called Fast Protect, only from SimpliSafe, capturing critical evidence and verifying the threat is real. You get faster police dispatch with SimpliSafe. This is the do-it-yourself security system we've been telling you about. HD security cameras inside and out, advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, and motion sensors, and top-rated SimpliSafe app, my favorite. You stay in complete control of your system. Stay in touch with your house wherever you are. Anytime, anywhere, arm or disarm, unlock for a guest, access your cameras, adjust system settings, all for less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home, then install it yourself in just a few minutes. Go to SimpliSafeTom.com and claim a free indoor security camera, plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's SimpliSafeTom.com. Remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, someone stole a funeral home van.
Yep.
Uh-oh. We'll find out what happened. They did find the van.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
There's more to it. Yikes. We're going to be postponing Uncle Clarence's service. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show today on Bob and Tom 24/7. And, you know, you can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy. Next thing you know, you are watching the show as you listen to the show. And we're perfectly fine with that. It is our YouTube channel, after all. The Bob and Tom Show on YouTube, a chance for you to watch the show while you listen. We just ask you be careful. We don't want you driving down the road in your big rig or taking the kids to school. No, we want you to be safe. So if you're in your kitchen watching on your big screen 4K TV, oh yeah, that's the way to do it, baby. Watch the show while you have breakfast, maybe a morning coffee there in the background. It's the Bob and Tom Show, dominating your life 24/7. That's why you're here, and you can continue listening. We love you here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Machine Gun Kelly probably should not hold his breath as the Oscar nominations come out this morning. He's a big contender, though, for the Golden Raspberry Awards, which honors the year's worst films. His movie, Good Morning, earned 7 Razzie nominations, including Worst Picture, Worst Actor, and Co-Director for Kelly, Worst Screenplay that was co-written by Kelly, and Worst Couple, Kelly and Maud's son. The movie Blonde, about Marilyn Monroe, led the nominations with 8, I'll agree with that. The Razzies will be handed out March 11th, the day before the Oscars. The Oscar nominations do come out later today. This year's Pan America Literary Gala will be notable for the presence of Saturday Night Live. The literary and free expression organization is giving SNL creator executive Lorne Michaels its Penn Audible Literary Service Award. Penn announced yesterday it will pay tribute also to Netflix's Ted Sarandos, who will receive the Business Visionary Award. And planetariums across the country are going to mark the 50th anniversary of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon album with a special dome experience. The music will be played with visuals of the solar system and beyond, a nod to the press conference EMI Records held back in 1973 at the London Planetarium to present the album. Details on the new show will be announced later. A deluxe anniversary box set of The Dark Side of the Moon will be released, though, on March 24th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a newsreader.
You are a newsreader.
Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The bass player's wife was in the kitchen doing dishes, and she's listening to her son play with his trains out in the living room. And she hears him out there playing, and she hears him say, all right, all you a-holes, get off the train. And the rest of you a-holes, get on the train and put your luggage under the seat. Well, she runs out there, and she says, we don't talk like that in this house. Go to your room. So she leaves him in his room for 2 hours.
Ooh.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
So she brings him out, and he says, can I play with my trains again? And she says, well, okay, have you learned your lesson? He says, yeah, I think so. So she goes back to the kitchen, and he's playing with his trains. And then she hears him say, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding with us today. Hope you had a pleasant trip. And the rest of you boarding the train, hope you have a nice day with us today. And those of you pissed off about the 2-hour delay, talk to the bitch in the kitchen.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
John Joseph is our guest.
Try to figure out the words. Nobody. Dylan. Do you know the words to Dylan songs?
Not one of them.
Here's every song ever written by Bob Dylan. Did I get them all? Did I miss any?
You got him.
Holy mackerel, Andy. Is that really his voice?
I think it is.
Come on. You think when Bob Dylan was in kindergarten class, he was saying stuff like, he took my glue?
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening.
You're way out.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
You better believe it.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. I can't stand it. We're moments away from Yak Here's Tom.
We are actually going to be eating yak meat today. This all started a couple weeks ago when there was some news report on the National Newswire of yaks that were loose.
The National Newswire.
And the police had to round them up, and I was kind of wondering why anyone would have a yak, and we received several bits of correspondence saying that yak meat is absolutely delicious. So today is the day we're going to be eating yak. I know Jess Hooker is in the green room and actually in the hallway spread out there cooking the yak. And I believe, are we starting with yak burgers? Is that correct?
I do not know. I do not know what I do not know.
Okay, we'll be finding out soon what's going on over there. Can you grab the phone, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, good morning, sir. How are you?
You say yak, I say yuck.
Oh, really?
I'll say it right to your face. That's the worst idea on what I heard you talking about yesterday about that company that's bragging about aging bourbon in outer space.
Yeah, they're sending. They want to send giant kegs of bourbon into outer space and sell them for a lot of money. I forget what.
Yeah, and they want to deposit what, 75,000 grand per bottle.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hell, I thought the power company's out of control, wanting a $50 deposit just to get my lights back on.
Sure, of course.
So for a bottle of bourbon, these dudes want 75 grand U.S. Speaking of cash, my mom Phyllis has over 40 grand worth of Kohl's cash.
Oh, handy.
Good
I swear to God. Oh, she's saving up for a new set of implants, Josh.
Oh.
She's going to get them down in Panama since the one on her left side has turned into a quitter. She can't find a bra that fits her no more.
Really?
Because now, I swear to God, Christy, she's double D on her right side, and now she's a B regular on her left side.
I've heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like her right one's a Harley and the lefty is just a sidecar chick.
Yeah.
Quite a difference.
And in fact remains, it's completely thrown off the Mount Rushmore tat on her belly.
Sure. That one boat hanging over
Now,
it,
with the extra headroom on her left side, Lincoln looks more like an Amish Peyton Manning now. I swear to God. You got me off topic. Anyways, $75,000 for one bottle of booze. You know, hell, a bottle of Jack's only what, $30? So for 75 grand, you could buy. Hang on, I would want to carry 15 divided by square root. It looks like you could buy about 75,000 bottles of Jack for the same price.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, at least you had a coupon or a decent stash of Kohl's cash. If I want to space age my bourbon, I'll just duct tape a handle of Jack to a bottle rocket.
Nice.
You know, or get yourself some of them little airplane bottles and dress up a Roman candle. Talk about Full Metal Jacket. So don't go broke buying this space age bourbon. It's the biggest scam since yak meat. Just hit Lucky Louie's 4-finger fireworks stand and make some of your own. I'm Donnie Baker, and I approve this message.
Thank you very much, Donnie. Thank you very much. Well, speaking of yak meat,
It's yakety yak.
Woo! Anything?
Jess Hooker just brought the yak meat in. This is ground yak meat in burger form. Who wants to go first?
Was this just cooked?
I already went. It's great.
Willie was going first.
Oh, it looks very red on the inside, but not necessarily rare, just red.
Okay, well, give it a shot, Josh. I want you to try this. This is ground yak meat in hamburger form.
It's really good.
Okay.
And, Josh, you're shaking.
Very flavorful. Yes, yeah, it's delicious.
Very good, very good. Chick McGee?
Delicious.
Okay.
Very good.
Ace?
Very much like bison.
Very much like bison.
Good.
Okay.
I really like it. I think it's really good stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, well, with the
Really juicy.
You know, are we going to be doing yak in other forms coming
Are you
up
not
this
going
morning?
to try it?
Well, I'm going to can't talk in the
We've got all kinds
We
of.
can talk while you
go
try
ahead.
it.
You
Yeah,
check.
go
We've
ahead.
got
You can talk if you've got to talk. Just talk and eat a little bit. It's no big deal. Come on.
Yeah, it's
We've
fine.
got all the cuts. I think we got steaks and fillets and all sorts of stuff back there.
My goodness.
Right.
It's really very flavorful.
I agree with. It's kind of like bison, Ace. It's a little leaner. Yeah, I would love a burger with this. My goodness.
Heck yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Do a little
All right.
yak helper.
Yeah.
Doesn't
How about
need
that?
anything. It's delicious.
No, absolutely not.
Just plain ground yak.
Well,
delightful. Now, how much?
Jessica said she just wanted us to taste the yak. So,
How much is this stuff?
$38 an ounce.
No,
But
it is
no, I
not.
We'll have to find out when Jess gets back in here how much the yak meat costs. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, good stuff.
You said you have some yak tribute songs.
Well, we were discussing what some of them could be.
Actually, I did, but as you, the only one that can do this, you more or less poo-pooed it with your eyes.
8 minutes after the hour is when that happened.
I said, go back, Yak, and do it again, and you gave me the...
He didn't care for that.
Go to hell look.
Yeah, and then you said hit the road.
Yak.
That's good, too.
That one, it was equally...
That didn't win him over.
How about paint it Yak?
Yes,
there's another
Get
one.
Yak.
JoJo was a yak.
How about say it loud? I'm yak and proud.
You shouldn't have done that one. That was,
How about out? Yak Street, Yak, all right?
Yes, thank you, Josh. I like that. What about, give me a second, Yak and Yak!
Oh, Yak and Yak.
Oh, AC/DC.
Yeah. Going with both of them.
Yeah, that's the idea.
How about Yak Magic Woman?
Sure. You know, a lot of people say yak are magical.
The meat is yak. Right?
Oh.
The page is white.
Okay.
What?
Yak water?
Yak water. Keep on
Doobie
boiling.
Brothers.
Going to sous vide all the meat today now.
Best one yet.
How did Black Water get to be a big hit?
It's a great song.
Terrific. And I attribute it to the wind chimes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good part.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great song.
That's a Pat Simmons tune, right? Kind of a pussy tune.
That's Pat Simmons on the wind chimes.
It's a great song. My favorite is the album cover's got the yak and that lady standing next to it. Yak and Diane. Not sure who Diane is.
Now, that's the kind of thing he'd do. He'd fly up here so he could do that.
I like to see
Here's
that.
a little ditty about yak and Diane.
Ooh, we should do a chili dog with yak on it. You know?
Oh,
behind the taste.
That'd be good. I bet yak chili is delicious. So far, the yak meat is absolutely delightful. Thank you.
I love this tune.
me too.
Oh, yak water.
Keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on
Pussy, pussy.
Great song. Now, are we committed?
When I was a gymnast, that was my Florex music.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird.
Black water was your floor.
Not that slow part, but when it kicks in. Yes.
Oh,
there was a medley of music, but that was one of the songs in it.
For what?
For my Florex routine when I was a gymnast.
I don't know if I want to see that or not.
I want to see it.
Oh, you're not going to ever see it. Thank goodness that was before cameras were invented, I think.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
It was before cameras were ever invented.
Oh, yeah, it was long ago.
That's right.
My question is a simple one. Is that sports?
Yes.
Wants to move forward again, yeah.
Yes. Once we move forward, gotta move forward.
This is what you farted for.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Yak, yak, yak. Christy.
Authorities in Illinois have found a body that was previously missing from a stolen funeral home van.
Oh, this is grisly.
WQAD.
We're still broadcasting in quad.
Reports the van was stolen from outside Collins and Stone Funeral Home in Rockford, Illinois. The body of a deceased adult was inside the van's cargo area when it was taken. Rockford police said the van was found the following day in Chicago, but no body inside.
I lost Rockford in one of the divorces. I forget which one. Yeah.
The department.
So the van is stolen. There's a body in it.
Right.
But it doesn't say if the body's in a casket. Just says it was in the cargo area.
I'm sure it was in a
Must have been something.
Yeah, it's not just raw dog in the van.
A bag at least.
It depends on what process the body. They don't automatically go into a casket. They're
The department announced the body was later found in the 8200 block of South Manistee Avenue in Chicago.
Just
authorities
sitting there
have released surveillance footage of the suspect and asked anyone with information about the theft to contact police.
That's so sad.
I doubt it was sitting anywhere.
All by himself.
It was in the front seat.
It was laying
They were trying
somewhere.
to use the carpool lane. Just got a weekend at Bernie's up there.
Wow, that's just grisly.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume the people who stole the van were aware that it was stolen in front of a funeral home.
They had to have known, right?
Not necessarily. Wouldn't you think? I could see where somebody would go, oh, no, the body's there's probably not a body in there. It's in the hearse or it's in the funeral home itself. But they should check.
Maybe they shouldn't steal the van.
Well, it's okay to steal vans.
No.
You just gotta check to see what's in it.
What kind of alert do they send out? Anyways, I mean, like an Amber
Is that
Alert.
what we're going to do? Let's make jokes about Amber Alerts.
I'm not.
No.
Like
those are annoying, aren't they? I had to finally shut them off on my phone.
Like a green alert, or
I don't know. I mean, it's a black alert. You got
brown alert,
a dead body out there.
I doubt that it happens often, so I don't think they have to worry too much about it.
No, I mean, what do you do though? That's like one of those Bob Newhart things where he's got to call the family. Where he's sitting there on stage with the phone. Yeah, Uncle Clarence's service. We're going to need to move that to at least Thursday. We can't seem to locate him.
Well, we've lost him. No, we've lost him.
In other news, police in Fort Myers, Florida are trying to identify a suspect who broke into a Joe's Crab Shack and defecated on the floor.
Wow.
Just leave a Yelp review.
The man climbed through
There's your tip.
Look, I thought the sign said Joe's Crab Shack. My name is Joe. Where else do you want me to go?
My bad.
The man climbed through a small window and took alcohol and various other items from the restaurant, then defecated on the floor before leaving. The calling card. Authorities released security footage of the suspect and asked for the public's help in identifying
It's a seafood place, right?
who they describe as the pooping perpetrator. Yes, it is.
On the poop deck.
Yes.
That's actually not uncommon.
Yeah, you and I have had that discussion. Burglaries, there are some guys that react that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that was the case in a robbery at
They're so nervous.
my apartment in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, charming.
They just have to go. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Something about the adrenaline.
Well, why don't they use the bathroom? Yeah,
right
there's
there.
a restroom there.
Well, because they're violating your space. That's part of the whole psychology of the thing.
Okay.
Sir, you can't crap in here. This is Joe's Crab Shack. The Long John Silver's is down the street.
Sir, just, again, fill out a comment card, for God's sake.
Oh, he left
Leave a
his
Yelp
comment.
review.
He gave a 2.
Do you want to try your yak steak that she just brought in before it gets cold?
Yak steak.
Yak steak.
Yeah.
So good, you guys.
Is it good? I
It's
haven't.
so good.
Okay, now this is once again real yak meat, and Jess Hooker is here. Jess, how much is yak meat?
It's not cheap. So we ended up getting, I feel like for what we got, it wasn't bad. I'm going to have to look it up because each cut of meat is different per pound. Right now, you guys are eating the fillets.
Mm-hmm.
The big important thing about yak meat is you don't want to overcook it. We're talking rare to medium rare. That's how you should serve all of it, whether it's the burgers or
This tastes like a delicious steak.
Yeah.
It's very, very
I think it's good, right?
So how much was this steak?
This steak in particular, I'll have to look up, but I know that we ended up getting, I want to say 6 steaks and 6 burgers for about $200.
Whoa.
So this won't be your average family.
Suddenly, it doesn't taste as good. That's pretty steep.
Yeah, but it's quality meat. It's
$15 a cut.
It's fresh off the farm. I mean, these yaks were mooing or doing whatever yaks do like last week.
As tender as any steak I've ever had from a steakhouse.
Yeah,
Delicious.
And we have to give a shout out to Noah. Noah's killing it. Noah is he really knows.
This is Noah from our staff, not the biblical Noah, who now they only have one yak on board the boat.
Okay, I was going to yell at you, but that
was very good.
Yeah, Noah's a master. He brought in his sous vide, which is a.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
I'd never seen one of those.
So that's when you bring meat to temperature through swirling warm water. Essentially, is what you do. Yeah.
So it's like being in a hot tub.
You hot tub your meat. Yes, Tom. Yeah, that's what you do.
You ever hot tub your meat, chick? You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not allowed to anymore because of my stents.
That takes all the fun out of it.
I can still enjoy hot tub.
Oh, but there are still some things I'd hot tub for. Okay, damn right.
All right.
Hot tub be damned.
Well, thank you, Noah. This is absolutely delicious. Mr. Godwin, did you get any of this?
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you, Jess.
So we have
Noah.
Absolutely. We have New York strip and ribeye coming up next.
Wow.
Hot.
All yak meat.
All yak meat.
Boy, is it good.
All yak meat all morning.
24-hour yak meat.
You just need like a photograph of a yak on Broadway.
Yeah.
And the yak lies down on Broadway.
I'd like to have some of the baby yak ribs.
I want that baby yak, baby yak, baby yak, baby yak.
Don't you love eating baby anything?
I don't eat those baby carrots. I want them to have a full life. You know.
That's
How about,
right. Oh, yak water.
Now, do they make?
yak water.
Do you you talked to someone else who raises yaks. You were telling me off
I did.
the air.
She raises them for pets, yes.
Oh, for pets. Oh, I thought she raised them for their pelts.
No, she's going to do wine.
She's going to do a winery, yeah.
You should have shaved it.
You know what?
She's going to have a winery in Sheridan, Indiana.
You got consonant trouble there.
Yeah.
You thought it was pelts.
Okay. So.
No, yeah, she's going to raise them. You can drink wine. You can watch the sunset. You can pet a yak. It's going to be great.
That's an experience.
Yeah.
Now, so they don't take the yak's fur and make it into like a jacket?
A yacket, if you will.
Yeah, thank you very much. You could have a beautiful woman, a long, cool woman in a yak dress.
A floor-length jacket. What about
reference to the Hollies?
Can they shave yaks and make
yarn? Yes, you can. You can spin yarn.
It'll grow back. Right?
Yeah. It's their wool. You can make yak wool yarn. Yeah, and knit a hat or a scarf. Or
well, that's obscure.
See, but they can't do that with cows and the skin because the cow would fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hair's too short.
You make one leather jacket and then your intestines are down on the ground. See?
I like a yak backpack. Can I get a backpack made of yak?
Yeah, get a yak. Okay, when we come back.
Fun with rhyming. Don't you shut me down. Fun with rhyming.
No, I said when we come back, we'll be back with more yak. Thank you, Jess. I'm looking forward to eating more yak. Christy, what's happening in the world of news coming up?
Coming up, we have 140 pounds of meth found in an interesting place. We have a pipe.
Boy, I hope it wasn't a butt. That is one exploding anus.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
That is one accommodating butt.
Wow.
Well, nice cavity.
Wow.
We do have a cavity search that did reveal something as well.
Oh, no.
Tom, would you ever conduct a cavity search?
No.
Why not? Would you ever volunteer for one?
Well, actually, let me root around in there, see what you got.
No, if you'd like, I could probably get some officers of the law in here if you'd like to.
Chick, would you pay money to watch Tom be forcibly cavity searched?
I would
team
pay.
of men holding him against the wall.
He still has that powder they put on him in the movies to clean him.
If there's a law enforcement officer listening, I've got $10,000.
I think that would be a crime.
Fold him down.
When we come back, we'll get back to Earth. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Joining us in the studio, we have singer-songwriter, actor, and comedian Stephen Lynch. I throw in the actor thing because you spent a, how did you describe it?
9 months in hell.
Sentence, was that the word you used?
9 months in hell is what I just heard.
You were on Broadway. Do you want to give us give those that haven't heard about this the background on?
The Wedding Singer.
You portrayed
the very popular Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie about crazy kids in the 80s.
Turned into a very successful theater piece.
Very successful.
Well, you did it for a pretty long time.
Mildly successful.
I mean,
it was fun. But I had my toe on the trigger pretty much every day of the last 4 months of it. Well, I realize I'm making it sound like it was really bad.
No, but I mean,
it wasn't. It was time to move on. You know.
Can you play one of the new ones for us?
I think so.
Okay.
We just had a little powwow in your producer's office about what I can and cannot say on the radio these days.
And there have been moments before. You think this one's okay?
I don't know.
Okay, well, if it's not.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Lynch.
This is a song I wrote. I discovered, oddly enough, that I had an uncle, a great-great-great-great-great-uncle who lived in the medieval period. He pretty much did for a living what I do for a living. He was both a troubadour and a court jester, and I think he used to play in the court of the king and the queen. And I discovered one of his old compositions that he wrote for the lute, and I transposed it to the guitar.
Good, because we don't have a lute handy.
No. I don't either.
Because I like guitar comics, but I hate lute comics. Prop guys and lute comics.
Those are the worst, aren't they?
Just hacks.
They give us all a bad name. So this is one of his compositions, and I just thought I'd try it for a modern audience, see how it goes over. Come, fair lady, to mine bed we go, and verily sweet pleasures we shall know. Yet, where thy belly meets thy limb,
I beseech thee, give a trim, for thy bush doth overflow.
Milady doth have a 70s muff. A 1470s muff.
Zounds, it's as prickly as a Christmas wreath. Think it might hide some baby birds beneath. Pray, shave it off to make a coat. There are fur balls down mine throat, short and curlies twixt my teeth.
I sayeth not thy is hirsute, but it looketh like thou hast buckwheat in a leg lock. My uncle was also a very hacky stand-up comedian.
But soft, what hair through yonder girdle grows, to be or not to be put in cornrows. Oh, it is beastly and unruly, and it smelleth of patchouli, and that offends my nose.
I sayeth not thou art furry down there, but it doth resemble Fidel Castro eating a London broil.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, medieval bush.
Bravo. Stephen Lynch.
Thank you, lords and ladies. Thank you.
Stephen Lynch, ladies and gentlemen.
As medicine.
If you wanna turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sex is so prevalent in our society that nobody mentions what happens if you keep having it. You know, that, I think every porno movie should end with giving birth to triplets. You know, just as a disclaimer, you know. So everybody knows, you know, what you're getting, you know. But I'm a stepfather, too. Which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you know, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You know, you're not like my real dad. You know, that's right. You can find me. You know. Track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories, you know.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
It's crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr.
We got the yak in a minute.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
I can't decide how I'm going to do it yet.
No, I like it.
There's Willie Griswold. Keep you on your toes.
Yes.
I'm Chick McGee enjoying it. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick.
Tom Chick has a little guy on his sleeve. Who's that little guy on your sleeve?
Oh, it's the Smartwool logo.
Oh,
He's a
I
little
love
guy.
the Smartwool socks.
He's a little guy.
Little man.
I didn't know
so
they
it's
made
like
shirts.
the polo thing, except it's on your arm.
It's on my arm. He's a little guy. It looks like he has antennae. I don't know if he's a bug man or what, but he could be, I guess.
He's adorable.
You know, that wool, Chick, you're not going to get too sweaty under that wool. It's going to wick away. It's wicking.
It breathes, Willie.
Do you still rock the
wool underwear?
Wool panties?
Absolutely.
You have
Panties.
wool underwear?
Degrading.
Not just any wool. They're called woolies.
I tried the steel wool underwear for a while. Never again.
No.
Like Velcro down.
Oh, I thought you were shoplifting wool underwear. I was way off.
You are seriously wearing wool underwear?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not wool like you're thinking. It's very, 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 very soft.
I see.
It cradles my bullet.
It's the same stuff that your long underwear, your long johns for skiing are made of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they jockeys?
Boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
Can you wash them?
They're
or do you have
woolies.
to dry
Yeah.
clean?
No, you wash them.
I hope to God you can wash them.
Usually you have to dry clean wool. Smart
What about Woolite?
pants.
Yeah. Shouldn't that do it?
I'm doing minorities.
My unmentionables.
I think it's the dryer that really affects them.
Okay, all right.
Shrink,
Oh, it'll
yeah.
shrink them up.
Yeah.
Could you grab that, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Clint Chew. And this is some other news. I wish that guy'd quit so I didn't have to announce his name anymore. A new study concludes that people who routinely play non-digital games perform better on thinking and memory tests as they age.
Oh.
Now, here are some new board games that are designed for older people.
Okay.
Arthritic backgammon, similar to regular backgammon, except everyone is required to groan when they pick up a tile. The Stratego Senior Edition. Now, rules are the same as with regular Stratego, but the game takes 6 hours longer because the players stop to tell war stories.
Okay.
Here's another game, the Game of Life Silver Edition. Just like the regular Game of Life, only you start playing this game 3/4 of the way through to the end. You know you're playing the Silver Edition because all the players' cars have their right blinkers on the entire game.
Of course. That's standard.
Clue Senior Edition. Instead of solving a murder, in Senior Clue, players set out to solve the mystery of which grandchild is stealing their prescriptions from your medicine cabinet. Checkers for the elderly. In this version of the popular board game, players don't exactly jump the other players' pieces. They just wave and mosey on by.
Isn't that nice?
Monopoly for seniors is a game in high demand. Be careful. You might draw a card from Chance that instructs, go to the assisted living center. Go directly to the assisted living center and do not pass the bank. Do not cash your Social Security check. Well, that's funny for younger folks, I guess. And finally, here's one of my favorites, Twister for old folks. You'll be directed to do things like put your left foot on blue, your right hand on green, and your left hand on your emergency call button. Once again, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Clint Chew, and this has been Some Other News. Bye-bye, kids.
I had a guy named Chew at my school.
Really?
Yeah, Bob Chew.
Oh, Bob Chew.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his name?
Robert.
Was it
Robert
spelled
Chew.
C-H-E-W?
Yeah.
Did he use chewing tobacco? Did he dip?
No,
by
that
any
was his
chance?
name.
Is Jimmy Chew the shoe guy?
Yeah, but that's C-H-O-O.
Couldn't you come up with a nickname for him, like Bitey or something? Or
Chew.
Chew.
Chew. Oh, there you are, Chew.
Great nickname, Pat. Thank you very much. Pat Godwin is over there. I can see him from here.
Just went to high school with a guy named, I don't know what his real name was because he was allergic to denim. And they called him Gene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We had that. We had a kid named Peanut. Guess what he was allergic to?
Peanuts.
Yeah, you can guess it.
There you go. That's all. That's what school's about. Accentuate the negatives in your life.
Oh, yeah. We've all learned that.
Have you ever run into that kid, like, as an adult? And
And I have to be like, what's up?
And
Matthew?
I didn't know this guy's name. I just saw him not too long ago, and his nickname was Turtle. I didn't want to say, "Hey, turtle." So I just kind of.
Hey, Turt.
I didn't say anything. I was embarrassed.
I thought that was cool when the guys would keep their nicknames all the way to the Supreme Court, whatever.
Whizzer,
Whizzer White, whatever the.
Whizzer.
It's kind of a cool name.
Well, it's like Buzz Aldrin. I mean,
Yeah, sure. Buzz has had that nickname since he was a little tiny little baby.
Oh, yeah, it's not interesting at all.
Buzz Aldrin got married over the weekend, chick.
Well, good for him.
93.
Wife number 4.
One more time.
And Buzz's nickname was from his sister, who couldn't she couldn't say brother. She said Buzzer, and that's how he got the nickname.
Right. Or his sister
distinguished
got him,
American, graduate of MIT.
Got him dope, is what.
I always thought it was because he wore that Buzz haircut.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
And they all own Corvettes. It was a different time, Tom.
Yeah, okay, well, the guy has. I'm surprised he was able to fit his balls into the Apollo rocket. But you go, Buzz. Have you ever seen the video where he punches the guy? It's the best.
I like it. Yeah, I like when an old man goes crazy.
Hey, you faked that moon thing. Boom!
Watch this.
Yeah, he's in great shape. For
I welcome him trying to punch me. I welcome it.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I
You think I'm mean in here? You wait to see. Oh, God.
Yeah, you made it till 80. You've lived a good life. You made it through World War II.
Yeah,
you get to punch a guy twice a year.
Yeah, I agree with stuff like that.
Have you ever hit someone, chick?
Not yet.
Let's get back to the news desk with Christy. What you got over there, Christy?
Jail deputies in Florida were conducting a strip search when they spotted what appeared to be a crack pipe, quote, hanging from the suspect's vagina.
Oh, no.
Well, then by definition, it's a crack.
The woman claimed that the item was actually a sex toy and not drug paraphernalia.
Come on, it's smoking, man.
Don't you feel like this is a question they ask at joke writing school? All right, here's one of the easy questions. There's a crack pipe hanging from a vagina. Now, go write some jokes and come back. We'll look at them.
Carmela Ann Manies, 57, was Manies, M-A-N-I-E-S. 57 was being processed into the Pinellas County Jail when a booking officer observed an anomaly after the inmate passed through a full-body scanner. During a subsequent strip search, jailers reported a glass pipe was protruding from the defendant's vagina.
Ma'am, what do you got there?
That's a toy.
Investigators allege Ms. Manies removed the pipe from her body, threw it on the ground, and, quote, stepped on it in an effort to destroy evidence. Then attempted to explain that the pipe was a sex toy.
I see.
Wow. So,
anything's kind of a sex toy for women, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, like,
Wouldn't it be incredibly dangerous if that were to break?
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
Oh, it cut you.
Or she just used it.
Willie, you smoke crack. Is the crack pipe...
Josh, I haven't smoked crack for at least 2 weeks, man, and I'm getting better, so I wish that you would just let me be.
Okay, well, I was just going to ask, is it? Does it look like a one-hitter? What does it look like?
You know what this looks like? A crack pipe.
A bowl?
It looks like the mini decanters that you'll see on bottles at restaurants. Christy, do you know what I'm talking about? It's a little straight thing. Imagine a straw and then like a little bubble at the.
That's okay. I have seen them like in movies and stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
They almost look like a toy.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
It looks like a little lollipop.
Maybe it does both. The crack goes in, then it goes in the crack. kind of a little poem.
It'd be a real trick if she could smoke it down there and blow it out her nose.
I'd like to see that.
I would think it would get rather hot.
I would think.
Ooh.
Don't you think?
Willie, you've had a cigarette.
Yeah.
Did you ever blow the smoke out your nose?
Oh, sure, yeah. You bet.
What was what I remember my dad doing that, and I'm wondering why why not just always the mouth? Why the nose sometimes?
I don't know. What was the one where you would blow it out and then suck it up your nose?
The French inhale?
Is that it?
That's
French
cool.
inhale,
yeah. I'll do that with pot from time to time.
It's not sexy where you close one nostril, then shove the cigarette in the other nostril, then blow it out your mouth. You never saw Bogart do that.
No, he didn't.
You know how to whistle, don't you? Never.
What about smoke rings, Willie? Can you blow smoke
I cannot do that. My buddy Mark is very good at them, though.
Awesome.
You ever blow? Never know.
Man, smoking is cool, kids, isn't it? It look cool. You can do fun stuff.
Coming up, we have this is an interesting thing. I was just reading about this the other day, and then this story arrived. The iguana, an interesting critter, and when temperatures fall below, I think it's about 50, iguanas sort of pass out. which can be problematic if they're up in a tree. And we're going to figure out what happened with a falling iguana.
Oh.
It's in the news.
What would happen if the temperature got below 35 and we all started passing out? Now that's a storm warning.
We'll find out about the flying iguanas in a minute. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Dressed as Jackie Kennedy. JFK is Nicole Pence.
Wow, he is a good George.
Yeah. Christy Lee, of course, is Teddy Roosevelt. And here comes George Washington.
Oh!
Chick McGee is George Washington, ladies
You've
and
never
gentlemen.
looked more presidential in your entire life.
That's a nice look, a nice blue.
Wow,
that actually works.
good.
A blue.
Marilyn Monroe. We need to hook that up as soon as we can.
You got it, George.
Well, take a seat, Chick. What a great look.
You look good,
We'll
man.
be getting. He has a little ponytail in the back there.
Yeah, he's got
nice.
He's got these little things to make it look like he's wearing boots over his shoes, but they look like he's like on house arrest.
Washington wears Air Force One.
It looks like he's on house arrest.
Chick, you should wear this the rest of the day.
Rest of your life.
This is a look. I mean, the hair is just.
Well, is the hair good? What,
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
This is
No,
making
but-
me wonder why
I
this
like
look
the
went out
hair.
of fashion. This
Me
is great.
too. And your beard, everything
It goes
looks
right with
good.
the thing, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes right with the thing.
Wow, it's very.
Chick, you look like kind of sexy in this outfit.
No, I'm not sure. What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's kind of coming on to you there.
What about you, Marilyn?
I'd definitely give handy to old George.
Oh my God!
Now, who is this
Hey,
fetching
Marilyn, I
young?
heard that.
Who's this fetching young creature?
I'm
here?
Jackie. I'm Jackie O.
Not yet. You're
As
Jackie
in
Kennedy. Steve.
Jackie Kennedy.
Oh my God!
What on earth?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I could see how George would want to have sex with that.
I can't wait to get our
taking your
picture
shirt
together.
off.
You need to take your shirt
You
off.
need to take
though.
that shirt off underneath there.
You need to. You need to.
You need to take your pants off too. Your
Put it out
microphone's
there a
off.
little
Your mic on,
yeah.
Sparky.
Wait, how you feeling right now?
Arm wouldn't get up there.
Yeah, where's your makeup?
Where's your
There's no
makeup?
makeup.
Well, I haven't finished it. I
Where's
just
your
did the
boobs?
first phase.
Where's your makeup? Where's your boobs? Where's your
George just has to hit that later. You better get it together.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You just ruined it.
Yak, 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 yakety yak. Don't talk back. We've got yak on the menu today with Jess Hooker, the cooker. And you can hear more from Jess Hooker in the Bits and Pieces podcast right there for free at bobandtom.com/podcast. You got your Willie Griswold, Jason Hofsetz, Jessica Alsman, Scorched Earth, and Jess Hooker. Those four co-host and host with each other, the hostesses with the mostesses, that dive into the archives and discussions of some of our favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. I've been a guest. Have you? It's a lot of fun. You can go back in the archives and listen to the Mark Allison podcast of the Bits and Pieces podcast. I believe it was May 20th, 2021, but who's counting? At any rate, bobandtom.com/podcast. Have some fun. Download for free. And my gosh, catch up on all the episodes you've missed. It'll be fun for you. A little wormhole you can go down and may not be able to get out of. But the best part, it's Bob and Tom content and it's free. bobandtom.com/podcast. Give it a try.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. U.S. health officials want to make the COVID-19 vaccinations more like the annual flu shot. The Food and Drug Administration has proposed a simplified approach for future efforts, allowing most adults and children to get a once-a-year shot to protect against the mutating virus. Music streaming service Spotify announced it's cutting 6% of its global workforce, or about 600 jobs. It's yet another tech company forced to rethink its pandemic-era expansion as the economic outlook weakens. CEO Daniel Ek announced the restructuring in a message to employees that was also posted online Monday. And across the country, there's a silent frustration brewing over ever-presence of tipping. Some fed-up consumers are protesting and ranting on social media, complaining about tip requests at drive-thrus, while others say they're simply tired of being asked to leave a gratuity for even a muffin or simple cup of coffee at their neighborhood bakery. As more businesses adopt digital payment methods, customers are automatically being prompted to leave a gratuity at places they normally wouldn't, and some say it has become frustrating, as, of course, the items have skyrocketed in price due to inflation. But the workers, they say the surge in tip requests is a welcome development. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Since the first show of the new year, 2023, I've been noting Tom's pretentious statements. I saw Eli Manning while skiing over Christmas break. I never tried a Pop-Tart.
We've never had a Pop-Tart.
They don't appeal to me. They look awful.
In regards to how often sheets are washed, I have no idea. Not my area.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Yours truly, Artie Whiskey, frontier golfer with another true tale from the Old West.
Really?
As you know, I'm quite the avid golfer. I go out just about every day and play 18. One afternoon, I decided to head on home after 9 holes. Well, much to my surprise, I mosey up to my house and I see another buggy in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of sneak in the house and I find my wife in bed with another fella. I was rather upset.
I can see that.
I grabbed the guy, got him in a headlock, dragged him down into the garage, grabbed him by the manhood, stuck it in a vise, and squeezed it real tight.
Uh-huh.
He started screaming, "Oh, Artie, you're not going to cut it off, are you?" I said, "No, you are. I'm going to set the garage on fire."
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, Chickie.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. We have been eating yak meat today. And I'll tell you what, so far we've had the ground yak burgers, and we've had is it yak sirloin?
We had the filet.
We had the filet.
And you got to say, delicious.
Yes, very flavorful.
It turns out it's a little pricey.
Yeah.
We didn't get an exact price per pound quote yet, but very pricey. And we do have a couple of tributes to the yak. Of course, there's this. I mean,
Don't hold back.
classic. Now, then there's this.
What? Let's delete that.
There's a little tribute to the.
Looks like you could buy yak ground beef for $12.95 a pound.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Okay. Very tasty. How about this one?
Even white boys got the shout. Baby got.
Baby got yak? No? Okay.
The yak tenderloin, $19.97. That's pretty reasonable, isn't it, for a fillet?
Why not?
Again, the yak, it is, I think it was Willie or Ace said it was kind of like bison. Very lean, not gamey tasting, absolutely delicious. Speaking of delicious, she's the delicious lady of the news.
Extra. Oh, my.
We
Super
all
Bowl's
know-
been canceled this year.
You know, we all know the New York Giants had a pretty rough weekend. They lost to their division rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, 38-7. However, on Sunday, after the loss, things got much worse, believe it or not. Their season over, off-season underway. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and some Giants teammates decided they'd take some time to enjoy themselves. They went to the Apollo Theater in New York City to see the fabulous Drake concert.
All right.
That's exactly right. However, when Drake brought rapper 21 Savage on stage about 90 minutes into his set, a man fell from the balcony into the orchestra pit.
Oh, no.
However, the fan, evidently, it was reported, did not jump. He was so hyped, he just
fell?
He just jumped into the crowd. No, he didn't fall.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't an accident. Either way, he plummeted from the lower mezzanine to the floor and landed on the New York Giants.
Whoa.
That's right.
What?
According to the report, Drake then stopped the show and medical personnel checked on all the players and the fan. Miraculously, everybody was okay.
That is miraculous.
It's interesting video.
Barkley and Jones... Barkley and Jones
if you
joined
see the
by
video, it's interesting.
All-Pro tackle Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge from the Yankees was also there. Odell Beckham. It didn't take long for the theater itself to weigh in. It said, this is an official news release, unfortunately, last evening an incident occurred with an audience member who landed in the orchestra from the lower mezzanine. Drake, Apollo, and SiriusXM halted the show immediately when learning of a potential fan injury, and standard protocols were taken. It doesn't say anything about apologizing to the New York Giants.
Ladies and gentlemen, before my next song, we have an injury timeout. Brought to you by
Bellevue. When you're injured, go to Bellevue.
Man, did you hear what the Drake fan said after he was when they interviewed him?
What did he say?
I started from up there, but now I'm here. Thank you, Willie.
I don't get it.
There's a Drake song called Started from the Bottom.
Oh, okay.
Josh flipped the words.
Thank you very much.
And I saw it coming, and I still had a great time.
I'm glad so.
Boy, did I love it.
Very nice.
I don't get it.
Started from up there, but now I'm here.
I see.
Yeah,
not familiar with Mr. Drake's work, frankly. Okay. We have Christy Lee over there. She's at the news desk. What have we got, Christy?
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a falling iguana. A man was injured in Florida by the falling iguana during an outdoor yoga class. Miami New Times reports that the yoga instructor, Anna Margaret Sanchez, was concluding her free community class at Legion Park when the sound of branches rustling and a loud thud broke the calm. Sanchez, who was streaming the class on Instagram, ended the video by telling viewers, "I'm going to take care of someone who just got an iguana dropped on his face." The man told New Times that he was preparing for the final resting pose when he felt excruciating pain and was unable to open his eyes.
They have claws.
Nearby participants would later inform him that the iguana that fell weighed between 20 and 30 pounds.
Good God.
Wait a minute. That's
Paramedics
the size of a dog.
Paramedics with the City of Miami Fire Department, who were fortunately nearby at the park's farmers market, rushed to the man's aid. He suffered a swollen eye as well as cuts to his nose and lip, but is now recovering.
Iguana, go to the hospital.
Reptiles are known to become temporarily paralyzed when temperatures drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, causing them to drop from tree branches.
Man.
It sounds like a sex move, too. They all do.
The falling iguana.
The falling iguana. I gave her the falling iguana. She's not going to walk right for a week.
You know what we need to start doing? Let's have some of the women start performing these sex moves on the guys. We can throw in he's not going to walk right for a week.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh, somebody wants pegged. All right.
I don't want pegged. I just need it. There's a difference.
Okay.
I cry.
All right, sir.
So, in other words, if you're going to be doing yoga in the park and there's iguanas around, check your weather app to make sure that it's above 50. I was just reading about this last week, about the people are being told they're not dead.
No.
Yeah.
They're just kind of in a sort of a sleep state.
Yeah, what do they call it? Something hibernation.
But yeah, in any event, yeah.
Iguana hibernation.
It's called forced hibernation.
So, but that does sort of sound like a yoga move anyway, though.
The falling iguana?
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, downward dog. You've
falling iguana.
Yeah.
What are some of the other? I don't do yoga. What are some of the other moves, Christy?
Oh, boy. There's the cobra pose.
The lion pose.
Oh, they're all named after animals?
There's the cat stretch.
Isn't there Happy Baby?
The presenting
Happy
hippo.
Baby, yep.
The rutting.
The child's pose. I like the corpse pose the best. That's my favorite.
The Australian rut, I think is what it's called.
That's right.
Well, and I'm sure he was in a corpse pose.
The confused dog. That's where you go to the other person's knee and start. Pat, you have a tribute to yoga, don't you? I forgot about that.
I have a tribute to iguanas. Remember what happened in Jamaica a year ago?
No.
And how they solved that problem? They ate the iguanas. Did you know that? When they fell from the trees. So let's have Patty O'Marley take you down to Jamaica. Here we go.
Here we go.
Baroop, baroop. Come on down to Jamaica. Hit that beach, you'll feel fine. Get away from that nasty nor'easter. Enjoy our rum and the sunshine. Don't worry about the temperature. If it dips below 40 degrees, enjoy the view when you get to your hotel, cause iguanas are falling from the trees. Fallen iguanas, big lizards at your feet. Enjoy a dinner at my jerk shack. Oh, iguana, the exotic tasty treat. Shut up, Josh. Falling iguanas are grilling in the breeze. You'll be so hungry from the ganja, you'll think iguana is the chicken of the trees. One joke.
Very nice.
One joke.
But enough mistakes to keep us laughing.
Exactly.
It was lovely.
It wasn't good, but it was long.
No. You're doing fine, Pat.
When we come back, can we get your tribute to yoga pants?
I've never heard baroop. I don't know what that
That's my favorite.
I thought.
I got that on the ships.
I think I probably have heard some reggae, or it seems like it, but I've never heard that. Have you ever heard that?
What?
I got that from the ships.
Baroop.
They all go, Baroop.
You hear it sometimes at bar mitzvahs, the Baruch, Baruch Atai Adonai, I think
they
is
do
what
it
they
there
say.
too,
Really? I don't know.
Is it the same thing?
No, it's not.
I was going to say.
I was making a joke and no one laughed.
Pat was so good at yes-anding it that I was like, oh, that must be.
That was deeply offensive without the laughter.
Like a Marcus Garvey thing? I don't understand. Well, let's just move forward here.
We have coming up Kostaki Economopoulos.
We're going to talk NFL with Kostaki Economopoulos, and we're getting ready to send Kostaki and Willie G to the Super Bowl in Phoenix.
New Mexico.
And, well, that's where the hotels are available. Right now, I want to ask you a question. Chick McGee, what is your sleep number setting on your beautiful sleep number bed?
100. I love a firm mattress, and my sleep number bed stays firm, Tom.
And you could, at the touch of a button, change that setting to, for example, Christy Lee, your sleep number setting is
40.
That is a softer mattress, and yet it's all done electronically, and you can change it at will. And either side of the bed, each side of the bed has its own setting. So everybody's happy. They should call it the Everybody's Happy Bed from Sleep Number. And Sleep Number has something that's going to make you especially happy, because when you choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number, right now you are choosing their best deal of the season. You've got that sleep, very important. Like they say, every great day starts with a great night's sleep. Well, how about this? Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed Queen, just $19.99. That, once again, is a savings of $1,000. Special financing, by the way, is available for a limited time for this very special offer, of course, only at your favorite Sleep Number store. To find them, go to sleepnumber.com/BT show. This is subject to credit approval, of course. Minimum monthly payments are required. The details can all be found at sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, the biggest name in American comedy, Kostaki Economopoulos, with our NFL update. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sweeney-san, good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Jess Hooker with yak steaks this morning. Oh, delicious. Yak burgers. I highly recommend them if you can find yak in your local grocer or butcher. All Pro Lines comedian Kostaki Economopoulos with a look at the National Football League. We are in it, the thick of it. 4 teams left. Who will go to the Super Bowl? Kostaki will be along to make fun of all of the NFL teams in the playoffs and maybe those that are not in the playoffs because he talks about everything NFL. And Kostaki's going to be going to the Super Bowl week, covering it for the Bob and Tom Show along with Tom's son, Willie Griswold and Kostaki Economopoulos live from Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be great Super Bowl week. We will have you covered with Kostaki and Willie out in Arizona. But we still have to get through championship weekend this week, and Kostaki will be here to talk all about it right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. College basketball, Purdue Boilermakers back at number 1 in the AP Top 25. Alabama are right behind. Purdue returned to the top spot in men's college basketball, moving up 2 spots after Houston's loss to Temple. Boilermakers received 39 first-place votes after a volatile week where just 2 teams kept the same spot from a week ago. Alabama up to number 2, its highest ranking since 02-03, followed by Houston, Tennessee, and Kansas State. NCAA football, Michigan Stadium tunnel will be a little wider next season. The school confirmed Monday that it will remove a portable section of seats from the front of the tunnel to give players, coaches, and staff members more room to enter and exit the football field. A total of 45 portable seats will be lost, and enough standing room tickets are expected to be added in the stadium to keep the capacity at 107,601. Fans were close enough to touch coaches and players, as one did last season during the Michigan State-Michigan skirmish that led to some trouble with the NCAA. Top 25 college basketball action last night. Number 17, Baylor beat Kansas 75-69, and Nevada upset number 25, New Mexico 97-94. NBA winners last night, Orlando, Milwaukee, Chicago, Houston, Utah, Portland, and Sacramento all win. And in the NHL, Toronto and the Rangers win in regulation, and Buffalo and Calgary win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
All right, this magician. He gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, sunshine.
To the max, they're baloney in our
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7,
And the announcer for the Super Friends, dead on too, by the way. I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he was the guy who was after Ted Knight. Ted Knight did the original ones.
Right.
He'd be like, meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Jackie and Sarah and Monroe, get ready. Aquaman, I want you on the golf course in 5 minutes. Chop, chop.
Hey, Superman, you're going to free bowl of soup with that hat or what? Talk to the judge.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. He's on one today.
Yeah, he is.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey, sit down. Enjoy the view here. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
She has many, many acts.
And she's on the second job. She's
there's Ace Cosby.
She's an orange barrel for the highway department.
Wow.
What a lovely compliment.
Yeah, that was they made top 5 insults right there.
No, that shirt is very bright. That sweater is very orangey.
You're aware of colors.
Come in here and wear a potato sack, right? Like you can't wear anything.
I'm with you. I have
very nice.
Black and gray. I understand the rules now.
Willie, are you climbing up on top of the ribeye there, bud?
Yeah, I'm eating this.
That's New York strip is what we have today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're eating, literally eating yak.
Sorry. That's okay.
On the big screen. It's Kostaki Economopoulos.
Oh, is Kostaki on? I'll go get a knife. Hang on.
Okay, chick, go get the knife. No,
Kostaki's really going with the beard thing here.
Yeah, look at that.
What do you think?
Remember, Kostaki, Tom is in his mind still in 3rd grade, so he still makes fun of haircuts and facial hair. So just write it out.
With your Greek heritage, Kostaki, I just went to a special Greek exhibit over the weekend. And I was reminded the Greek Orthodox very big on the beards.
Oh, sure.
And I don't think, are there any comedians that have a gigantic, huge beard like that, like a ZZ Top beard?
Occasionally,
Think of one.
some
Kyle
do.
Kinane.
Yeah. Kyle Kinane did for a while.
Oh, Kyle, yeah.
He let his go pretty big.
Galifianakis can grow quick.
Galifianakis, it's kind of trend, but that'd be maybe a thing for you.
Oscase is pretty wild.
Yeah, that's true. Oscar, right there in your backyard.
Now, we should explain that you have recently become a single man. And,
oh, yeah.
Single man.
Last time we talked, you were exploring the world of condoms.
Trojan man.
Have you used one yet?
You dipped your toes in the water
I bought
yet?
a few. I don't want to kiss and tell, but you bought some condoms. You know, you gotta have some.
Are you
never know.
brand loyal? Do you go in? I'll have a dozen of Durex.
I'm clueless. I'm starting all over again.
What's the old saying? Buy the ribbed and turn them inside out for your own damn pleasure.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. What they say.
That's right.
Tell him you want Greek style condoms. No.
I don't think
many
necessary.
jokes.
No, you can wash them. You can wash them right off.
Okay. Now, Kostaki Economopoulos is our NFL correspondent, and we're making arrangements to send you to Phoenix for the Super Bowl in a few weeks.
I'm so excited about that. I got some hotel information last night. Let's go.
I heard you made a lot of friends out there at the last Super Bowl. Among the All-Pro players wanted to kick your ass. That's what I heard.
No, that's not true.
No, not true at all. They're jokes, everybody.
Willie's going to be there. Willie's going to be like I am around Drew Hastings at an airport, which is. Have you ever been to an airport with Hastings?
Oh, yeah.
You can't get anywhere near him because he's going to start insulting the people working there. And you want to see what's in my bag? Why don't you look at it? No, I don't know this man.
Reasonable protests against.
Kostaki is our NFL correspondent, and we had a pretty good weekend of great football, don't you think? Lots of great games once again.
I do think the Bills only scored 10 points. That was kind of the big surprise of the weekend. Jeremy Renner did better in the snow. What happened to the Bills?
And I thought it was tasteless that they had a certain inactive player actually shoveling snow. I mean, the one thing you don't want to do.
Got to earn your paycheck somehow. He's not going to get on the field. Do something.
I can't play. I'm still injured. Get out there.
Yeah, come on.
Poor Buffalo, man. Forget the ranch or blue cheese. This week they're dipping their wings in tears. That's just a good team. Didn't make it.
That's just sad.
You know, I think Kostaki's going to find out why they call it the Bills Mafia.
That sounds like a country song. They're dipping their wings in tears.
It was the most fun game of the weekend. It was a snow game, right? Everyone loves a snow game.
Tom hates them.
Tom hates them. What?
Oh, it's ridiculous. That'd be like throwing Wesson oil on a basketball court.
No, it's awesome to watch.
No, it's not awesome to watch. It's hard to see. It's dumb.
Oh, my
The NFL is the richest organization of its kind in the world. They can afford to put a roof on the stadium.
Listen to this, Kostaki. He wants roofs. He wants roofs on all stadiums. He wants chips and all the balls, so we
The
know
NFL
exactly
doesn't
where
pay for those stadiums.
Well, they could.
Well,
the television rates. The television rates are like $20 million an hour.
He wants to do away with the chain gang. You should know when it's 1st and 10.
I guarantee ratings go up on games that are in the snow.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have a serious question about this. I was looking at the top 100 TV shows last year. I want to say 96 of them were NFL games. But what was really unusual was the Cowboys always way up there, even during random regular season games.
Yep.
So I wonder if when the Cowboys lost, if someone, some bean counter is going, well, there's 20 million fewer people watching next week.
I think so. I don't think the NFL liked that the Cowboys lost.
But so those people that have the conspiracy theory that the NFL always wants the big name teams to win, I think they're
kind of onto something.
Well, I don't think so, because the Cowboys didn't win.
Yes, and I think that's going to. Some people are upset about that.
Some, but there are others who want to see the Cowboys lose.
But there's others who want to have the better team win, which is the fair thing to do.
Oh, of course. That's why.
Well, that's what.
Now we're just.
That's why I want to have a chip in the ball, et cetera, et cetera.
There is a chip in the ball.
So now you don't
There is a chip in the ball, which is kind of amazing. That's not bigger.
Then why do they have the guys out there with the 10-yard markers like it's 1915?
I'm actually back with you on that one. That one is the most ridiculous football thing that we should.
The referee does a random spotting, and all of a sudden there's a guy out there. What's a half-inch short? Oh, really?
You're not going to be happy until that you wring all the football out of football.
No,
it's fine.
No, I'm trying to make it fair.
I don't like those guys. It's a half-inch short. What are you, my girlfriend? I don't need to hear this.
Just a half-inch?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
Yeah, you wise ass.
I did the voice. I was being silly. Everybody knew it.
Kostaki, by the way, I want to point this out. You can find him at Kostaki.com. That's Kostaki. Did you ever get called Taki?
Yeah,
Taki?
No, I never got Taki. I have some Greek relatives who had, went Taki. I never went that direction. I've been called Dino. It's short for Konstantinos.
Dino?
And Connie, I've been called Connie by some old Greeks, but generally I stuck with Kostaki.
What did I want to go back to the good times with your wife.
Oh, God.
Just a second. Calm down. This isn't a fair question.
No. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
What did she call you?
Well,
she always called me Kostaki. Yeah.
Defendant.
Oh, she called you Kostaki, the full.
You guys are so
You want to know
bad.
what? I bet she called you a couple things near the end.
Or maybe she wanted to call him to make sure where he was, so he wouldn't come busting in when she was home.
None of this is
With
true.
the pool boy? Is that what you're going to say?
Are we entertaining you?
Come on, these are the jokes.
She is Italian from New Jersey. She did call me things that weren't my name. I mean, when she was mad about something, it wasn't a secret. In the old days, I dated a vanilla white girl, and she would give me this silent treatment, and I hated it so much, and now it sounds pretty great. So I will say that. But nah, we're fine. We're actually getting along great lately.
Good.
Now, does she follow football?
No.
Okay.
Because that would be hilarious if she did great on her picks the weekend and you tanked.
If we had to share, yeah, right. I have got nobody in my family. I even had the 4-year-old came over and I was watching a game on Sunday, and she goes, "Daddy, where's your team? Why is it your team playing? I got to explain. Well, they only take the good teams, and never mind. They'll be back in September. Don't you worry, sweetheart.
Now, can you give us your picks for this coming weekend? The games are almost pick'ems.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really close. I think the Eagles win. I think they're the better team. We forgot about them because their quarterback was hurt and they were sort of, they had a bye, but that is a great team right now. And then on the other side, I don't know. You pick the Chiefs, except Mahomes is hurt. So I don't know what you do with that. Chick, what are you doing with that one?
I'm not saying. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think that someone has the look in their eye, the eye of the tiger, in this case, the eye of the Bengal.
Yeah. Burrow's a monster.
Interesting that all the young quarterbacks are the ones in this now.
Yeah, Mahomes is he's become the old guard in some ways.
What is he, 29?
27.
27? Wow.
Yeah, 26, 27, yeah. He's hurt. People in Kansas City haven't been this upset since they heard about the McRib. It's... He's playing on one leg, which, of course, qualifies him to kick for Dallas. Yes,
No. Did you hear that? I'm sorry. I mean to ruin your momentum here, but
that's all right.
Have you heard the audio? Chick keeps playing it. The audio of Jerry Jones after the game. He always does a press conference. The only owner that does this.
Yes, that's
he's
exactly
very
right.
sad.
Everybody wants to hear me. Here he is right now, Kostaki.
We've got a locker room full of sick players and coaches to go along with literally hundreds of thousands of Cowboy fans that are sick.
They're sick. They're sick, Kostaki.
Everyone's sick.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the head coach and quarterback store, and we're going to get us a new head coach and quarterback. And we'll be right back there in the playoffs next year to lose again.
It's hard to believe he's real.
So, Kostaki, there was I'm currently reading this book about, among other things, about the bidding for the Super Bowl and how the cities, what they have to do, which is pretty amazing to get a Super Bowl.
Sure.
But the talk,
it's like the Olympics. Yeah.
The talk now is that they may start farming out the championship games. In other words, which to me is incredibly disrespectful to the fans that have been paying for their seats for decades.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, they get first refusal on where the...
No, but then you'd have to travel. I mean, the positive would be presumably you would be traveling to a place where they had either a dome or
there you go.
fair weather.
You could do it. You could have the AFC Championship game in Buffalo. Buffalo never plays in it. Plus, it'd be a snow game most of the time.
No, but I mean, do you think that would be fair? Obviously, it's the NFL's game.
like
they can
the
do whatever
current
they want. But
I like the current system of playing at home. I think that's a better construct. And you have the Super Bowl as a neutral site,
right?
So that's already sort of built into the machine.
But the notion is then they would get cities to pay.
Yeah,
big money.
The problem is when they started farming out the draft to different cities.
I was just going to say, the draft is a big deal, too.
That kind of got them to thinking, hey, we can sell this 6 or 7 times.
How much money do they need?
What was your stat about ESPN's content? Something like...
Oh, there's kind of an unspoken rule. 75% of ESPN's content year-round has to be the NFL.
Do you think the Super Bowl will ever be sold internationally?
Like would they do a Super Bowl in Mexico City? Is that what you mean?
That seems un-American, right? You got to keep that one. But
wait a second. Now they
shop out a lot of the other games.
I'm suddenly seeing Saudi Arabia.
I know.
Yeah,
there would be countries that would happily spend the money.
Here's $1 billion.
Right.
Name a figure.
Oh, that's a good
Name
point.
a figure. Yeah. Whoops.
So I certainly hope they don't do that.
Same here. But
okay. Now, Kostaki, do you know who the halftime show is going to be?
We do know. I forget.
Rihanna.
Crash Test Dummies and Lisa Loeb.
It's Rihanna.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I might have my facts wrong.
Nobody listens
It's
to
just
me.
your own daydream. Okay.
It's Rihanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now, are we going to get a pick from you, or are you just going to kind of hope I change the subject?
Who? Me? I'll pick Chiefs. I think Chiefs Eagles. And then it depends on that ankle. Depends on that Mahomes ankle. I think Mahomes. I think the Chiefs win if Mahomes is okay. How about that?
Be all right.
Now, by okay, do you mean starts or
starts and
plays,
limps around and still wings it? Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. That's what we love this game. It's there's so many interesting angles all the time. It's great. I did kind of a throwback thing with the All-Pro Lines guys this week. We did Snow Game. This game is so white. Fill in the blank.
Oh, this shouldn't be incendiary.
Why would it be?
Why? It's a joke. Come on.
This game is so white. There was an gated community.
That's right. This game is so white. The halftime show is a TED Talk. You see, that's harmless, good fun, right?
For now.
It was so white. Instead of a challenge flag, it asked to speak to a manager. You see, these are jokes. It was pre-approved by the HOA. You know, there were several versions of this one. That game was so white, Tom Griswold thought it was a family reunion. There you go. Tony Montana just snorted the goal line. It was white.
Oh, that is white, yeah.
Yeah, it was super white. It keeps quoting Caddyshack. They bought a Peloton bicycle. It's white, right? The cops gave it a warning and told it to move along. Right?
That's how white it was, you see, Josh.
I want to note that Ace laughed at that.
It was cold, too. It was so cold. Brett Favre stole a coat from charity. See, it was cold up there. Pat McAfee put on an actual shirt. It was really
sleeves. That is cold.
Yeah, sleeves. A shirt with sleeves. Even Bills fans turned their thermostats wide right. It was cold.
Oh, boy. Poor guy. One-legged, now he's wide right.
Poor guy. That's right. Elsewhere, the Eagles crushed the Giants. New York hasn't looked this bad since Times Square in the 70s. It was the last time the Giants looked this forlorn, it involved a beanstalk. Daniel Jones had a tough game.
I like that one very much.
I do too.
Yeah, all right. Quarterback Daniel Jones had a tough game. Turns out keeping up with the Joneses, not that hard. It's really not that hard. Totally doable. What else? Oh, we gotta do some Falcons comedy here. The Falcons quarterbacks coach will interview to be the Commanders offensive coordinator, Chick. To which I can only respond, the Falcons have a quarterbacks coach? I didn't. How do you get a promotion when that's the most recent thing on your resume? That's ridiculous. The Colts also interviewed Dan Quinn to be their head coach because Matt Ryan has taught them nothing about recycling cast-off Falcons, apparently. Oh, goodness. You know who else is available? Jerry Glanville. He is totally available if you want to interview him. Dan Reeves has passed away, but he might be a better choice than Jerry Glanville.
He's dead, you see.
Yeah.
The other fella.
Yes.
All right. And finally, Raiders owner Mark Davis frustrated. There's so many visiting fans in the state. You moved the team to Vegas.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen? Right? It's the single most appealing destination for knucklehead football fans. You want fewer fans? Move the team to Reno, right? Go back to Oakland if that's what you want. That's what. Of course, there's more. Of course, everyone circles the Vegas game and buys those tickets. Of course, they do.
Kostaki Economopoulos, comedian. He's you can find out what he's doing by going to Kostaki.com. All Pro Lines is the source of a kind of collective, a comedy collective involving the NFL. Yeah. Have some fun with Kostaki. He'll set something up for this week. And once again, you're picking Eagles, KC, Super Bowl. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, I think so. And if Mahomes is okay, the Chiefs win it all. That's the better team.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you very much, Kostaki. We'll look forward to talking to you next week, and we'll be talking to you, of course, when you're out in Phoenix for the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. So
bye,
excited.
Kostaki.
I'll see you soon, Willie.
See you, pal.
Okay. At this point, I want to say, Christy, what's coming up in the news?
Coming up, we have a Valentine's Day gift idea, if you would like. We have tea made from a certain part of the caterpillar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Nope, it's not what I'm thinking. That's going to take a long... Tweezers. This is going to be 3 hours.
Do caterpillars have penises?
Caterpenis?
I read that children's book. The very horny caterpillar.
You ever had a weird noise in your car and wonder what that is?
Yeah, but I just go, hey, shut up back there to the hooker in the trunk.
Well,
we got duct tape.
We got something very similar going on.
Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We want you to be at your best, but you can't be at your best all the time. But it's very important to get yourself sorted out. If you feel overwhelmed right now, you're not the only one, because the world is very confusing and there's so much going on. Working with a therapist can get you closer to the best version of you, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. They've already connected 3 million plus people to licensed therapists. BetterHelp is convenient, secure, and accessible anywhere because it's 100% online. So the benefits of in-person therapy without a lot of traveling and a lot of hassle, and you can do it in a bunch of different ways. You could be on camera. You could do it just by just speaking. You could do it even texting back and forth. Find out what I'm talking about by checking out BetterHelp.com/BT Show. It's convenient. It's flexible because it's online. It's also affordable. How does it work? You fill out a brief questionnaire, and you'll get matched up with a licensed therapist. And by the way, switching therapists is very easy, and there is no additional charge. So if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy through BetterHelp can help you get there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp today at BetterHelp.com/BT Show and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have Christy Lee at the news desk with something knocking on the trunk. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Christopher Walken.
The tribute to Christopher Walken.
Marsupial's dog.
Designed by one of your fans.
Indeed. Beautiful.
Christopher Walken, one of your main men.
Oh, yes, please. Every morning is good. When you're him. Celebrated a birthday this past week. Feel younger. Not sure how. Must be booze.
Could be.
Because it ain't the vegetables. I can tell you that.
And you met Christopher Walken long after you developed the impression,
Didn't you do the
right?
whole star ceremony with him on Hollywood Boulevard?
Bigger. He had his hands and feet and signature in the imprint of cement in front of the Chinese theater there.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, and they asked me to be one of the 2 speakers at this thing, and I'd never met him. And I was honored, and yet I couldn't help think, how far down the list did they have to go? Before you pick the guy
down to the P's
who impersonates you, right? In fact, deep into the P's.
That's way over half the alphabet, I think. Isn't it? Yeah,
I believe it is.
We got to D. De Niro. Can't make it.
So I show up to that thing, and they take me inside the theater where they had him before the ceremony out front, and I see him in the flesh for the first time, and he looks over and sees me, and he goes, "Hi! They told me you were coming. Thanks." And I'm thinking, he's doing the voice.
That's the best I've ever heard.
It's way better than mine.
He's nailing it.
Yeah. But I did see him coming out of a party not too long ago in Los Angeles. I don't know if I told you guys this. When I was walking out of this house, they're standing at the end of the driveway alone. With Christopher Walken. I hadn't seen him inside the party, but here he is, looking completely lost. I'm not sure why I was surprised at that. But so I told him, I said, "Hey, Chris, everything right?" Stranded. Stranded. I've been searching for over an hour for the bastards who brought me. It's clear to me now. They're gone.
Oh, my God.
And my first thought is, who would ditch Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no kidding.
Who brings him to a party and says, he's at the bar, let's go?
They ditched him.
Yeah.
Wow.
To get through. Thanks so much for joining us. Sit back, relax, have another cup of coffee, and come on back. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Machine Gun Kelly probably should not hold his breath as the Oscar nominations come out this morning. He's a big contender, though, for the Golden Raspberry Awards, which honors the year's worst films. His movie, Good Morning, earned 7 Razzie nominations, including Worst Picture, Worst Actor, and Co-Director for Kelly, Worst Screenplay that was co-written by Kelly, and Worst Couple, Kelly and Maud's son. The movie Blonde about Marilyn Monroe led the nominations with 8. I'll agree with that. The Razzies will be handed out March 11th, the day before the Oscars. The Oscar nominations do come out later today. This year's Pan America Literary Gala will be notable for the presence of Saturday Night Live. The literary and free expression organization is giving SNL creator executive Lorne Michaels its Penn Audible Literary Service Award. Penn announced yesterday it will pay tribute also to Netflix's Ted Sarandos, who will receive the Business Visionary Award. And planetariums across the country are going to mark the 50th anniversary of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon album with a special dome experience. The music will be played with visuals of the solar system and beyond, a nod to the press conference EMI Records held back in 1973 at the London Planetarium to present the album. Details on the new show will be announced later. A deluxe anniversary box set of The Dark Side of the Moon will be released, though, on March 24th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I used to have a corporate job, but I figured, why should I have a job that pays $200 a day when I could be a comedian and make that in a week? All right, here we go. I like going to job interviews. They're the worst interviews. Greg, before we get started, would you like something to drink? No, thanks. Had a few beers before I came in. Have any experience? I don't even have an appointment. They always ask you questions where they try to make you sabotage yourself. Have you noticed that? They're like, so tell us, where do you think you could use improvement? As if you're going to say, well, I am seething with hostility. I've got a debilitating character flaw. I cannot stop throwing staple guns. Does this look like ringworm to you? You know. Tell us about yourself. Well, I've got pink eye and my foot's asleep. Got matching silverware for the plate in my head. I think I can fly. I collect ointment. What can you bring to our company? Head lice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Next to you, the dumpster behind the airport. Where do I start? How do you like my weight belt?
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, the arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
I have a question for Pat when you're done announcing people.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. There's Willie Griswold.
I am eager to hear Josh's question for Pat.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom. Yes, Josh.
Pat.
Yeah?
You're a Pennsylvanian.
I am indeed.
You excited about the Eagles? Are you a big Eagles fan?
I am.
Okay.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Because you've been really silent about this. Is it a low-key fandom that you...
Yeah, I'm not obsessive like I used to be. I was a Notre Dame fan for a while, crazy Notre Dame fan, Eagles fan when I lived there, you know?
I see, yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, it is.
Board down.
By the way, it is Eggles.
Eagles?
Do you know the Eagles theme song?
No, I do not.
I don't know if they have one. I know they say "Fly Eagles Fly" quite often.
Oh, that's Steve Miller.
He's flying like it.
Well, they do the EAG, LES, Eagles, or Fly, Eagles, Fly, or something.
Is that it?
Yeah, they spell it. And I know that because I know how to spell Eagles now. It's very hard without the chant.
Yes, 2 E's.
No, before we got into the football thing with Kostaki, we were talking about yoga and a situation in which a in which the temperature fell below 50 degrees and the iguanas were falling asleep
Yeah.
and falling from the trees. And one hit some poor guy in the face trying to mind his own business doing yoga.
He was doing his corpse pose at the end, like we all do when you're done. You lay there and close your eyes, and bam.
I did yoga for a couple times, and I kept falling over, so I didn't do it.
Did you get the farts when you were bending over?
I'm going to say yeah.
We have audio of you doing yoga, don't we?
Oh, really?
I thought so. Yeah.
I don't know how you would ever get... Aren't you certified for yoga or something?
Yeah, I can teach yoga.
You teach yoga. There you go.
Okay, well, good. Now, Pat, you have a nice little tribute to yoga and the beautiful pants that have become so popular.
I love a lady in a cocktail dress, but it's not my favorite, I confess. You know, it makes me think of romance. A pretty woman in yoga pants.
Pretty woman.
Yoga pants, they're tight and bold.
Yeah.
And they mold to every fold. When you bend over in a leg extension, my downward dog comes to attention. I'm behind a gal in yoga class. Can't take my eyes off her shapely ass.
Oh!
I should move, no namaste. Those yoga pants should make my day. Look at the girl with the long blonde hair and a beautiful derriere.
Big butt.
She turns around, caught me sneaking a glance. Damn, that's a dude in yoga pants. Not that there's
It's a guy.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I really love those yoga pants.
But Pat, the namaste joke is fantastic.
It's brilliant. Yeah,
and it's very, very nice. I'm sorry that your song was spoiled by a certain child in the room.
I enjoyed it.
It was remixed and made way better. It was awesome. Not way better. That wasn't a dig to
I'm a
Pat.
DJ.
Okay.
Ooh, a DJ.
I want to thank Jess Hooker once again in her bright orange shirt or sweater for making the delicious yak. All morning long, we've been eating yak.
Yes, I'm going to pass the grill tools over to Noah from now on. He's proved himself that he is a great grill master, and he's going to be our griller.
I.e., less work for Jess.
I said, hey, if you come cook, I'll just run the food. How about that?
Yeah.
Sounds good. So,
Finally,
yeah. We have
Noah's
one more.
earning his paycheck. My gosh.
If one person earned their paycheck, it's him. No, but we have one more cut of meat with this fun ginger garlic marinade we're going to do.
Oh,
yeah.
These are like yak steaks again?
Yeah, so it's closer to like a flank type steak that we're going to try. I think actually they're ready to come off the grill right now, so I'll go get them.
Okay, well, while you do that, I guess we will check in with Christy Lee.
Why not?
We were speculating about the NFL, and that there is talk that next year, or maybe the year after, these particular games that are coming up this weekend will take place at a neutral site.
They can't do this.
Yeah, because the NFL would then sell them. Then someone said, "Do you think there'll be an international Super Bowl?" And
I did. I asked that.
I think it's a fair question. I mean, I can see it in Saudi Arabia. Of course, the cheerleaders in burqas aren't going to have the same thrill.
Might be an audience for that.
You know what your
got a bit of ankle there.
You know what your superpower is? You can go any topic and go, yeah, this will make everyone squirm.
Okay. I like the American national anthem played at the Super Bowl. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. No, I hope they'd never do that, but I just wonder if the money is right.
If we start playing a team in London.
What about how do you guys feel about the Jaguars moving to London?
Yeah.
You all right with that?
It's weird. No. It's weird.
How long? What is that? 6-hour flight? Something
I
like
think
that?
it's
7
not
hours?
fair.
Yeah, wait, and when they
For the
still play,
teams.
if they're
9
still
hours?
playing in the AFC South, does that mean the Colts have to go to London once a year and the Titans have to go to London
What
once
about
a
the
year?
Seahawks? Look how far that would be.
Yeah, that's impossible.
How long's the flight? Not on the Concorde, Tom, but how long's the flight?
Well, if you're on the Concorde, first of all, you're in the ground in pieces.
Oh, by the way, Chuck, they have scheduled the Cubs-Cardinals game in London that Tom promised to send us to.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you leave now?
Gosh, he means that. He really means it.
I tell you what.
You know what?
Live in London for 8 months? Okay.
You keep that direct deposit coming on there, baby.
When is the game?
The summer. Yeah. So.
July, June. Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Sure is.
Oh, yeah.
You guys really want to go?
Yeah, we're going to go for. We better go for like 2 or 3 weeks. Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Well, you got to go and get used to it.
You're more than welcome to go as long as it happens during your scheduled vacation.
Well, that's where it gets tricky. It depends on when Christy rents a house. We have to.
No, he's the one that changed everything this year.
Josh, I'm going to get you a Wilson Contreras jersey because he played for the Cubs. Now he's in the Cards. It'll be kind of a fun thing that I'm going to get for you.
Oh.
You like that? Is that nice?
Yes.
That is nice.
How about that? No, don't go buy. Don't get on your computer and buy that.
That's what
People call him Willie, too, so it's double the fun.
If you guys want to go, that'd be fun. Now, could you broadcast from there? You'd go on
Why can't we all go?
Actually, yes.
You could go see your sister. You could visit.
Hang on a second.
Someone has to be here kind of overseeing.
And I think it has to be Mr. and Mrs. Bob and Tom show. Has to stay here. There you go. No?
We'll see. I'll
I
work
think
on
it'd be
one
great
thing
for
at a time.
us
We
to
just
go.
sent Kostaki to see his favorite college football team win the national championship. Kostaki and Willie are going to the Super Bowl preliminary activities in a couple of weeks. So we'll see. But right now, we go to the news desk with Christy Lee. What have we missed?
The Toronto Zoo is launching a Name a Cockroach campaign for this Valentine's Day.
This is going to go so wrong. There is no way this goes well.
This is always funny, but it's not supposed to go well.
It's going to be Cocky McCockface, right?
No, this is...
No, this is different. The Toronto Zoo Wildlife Conservancy says roses are red, violets are blue. Is there someone in your life that's bugging you?
I see.
Give them goosebumps this Valentine's Day by naming a cockroach in their honor. Those who donate will be given a digital certificate with the name of the roach. They will also receive a digital graphic that can be shared online, as well as a tax receipt. Minimum donation, $25. There are similar initiatives being launched by the San Antonio Zoo, the El Paso Zoo, and the Bronx Zoo.
So this is for your ex? Is that,
Probably, yeah. Somebody that's bugging you. I get it. Yeah, I don't think your lady friend would love a cockroach named after her.
I was going to give you this or the crabs. Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I'm allergic to cockroaches. You know that?
How would you know that?
I took an allergy test.
What a weird allergy.
I know. I can no longer eat them.
Were you eating them before?
Have you ever tried any of those alternate foods where you eat bugs?
Like the chocolate covered?
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Does that have an effect on you?
No, it's just mold, mites, and cockroaches are the three things I'm allergic to.
Try plant-based cockroach. See how that
I
works.
should, yeah. Beyond cockroach?
The soy?
Beyond cock?
Yeah,
The impossible cockroach?
Is that what it's called? Beyond cock?
Beyond cock?
Yeah.
Well, that was wasn't that a movie?
I believe so.
Beyond.
Guy holding a bazooka in the front.
It's in 3D, of course.
Sure. Speaking of bazookas,
yes.
Did you see what I sent you yesterday, Willie? You were talking about you had just seen the first hot dog gun.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
And there is the Bratzuka that shoots hot dogs.
Let's hold that
For what
Okay.
purposes?
They're very cool. We'll
At
find out about
games,
that when
they
we
shoot
come
'em
back. Right now, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Henry Phillips in the studio with us. Go ahead, Henry.
All right, well, this is a song about one time I was flipping through the channels and it was late at night and I saw that they had one of those televangelist preacher guys.
Sure.
And he was talking, as a lot of them do, about the end of the world is coming. And I want to tell all the people out there that the end of the world is coming. For some of us, sooner than others. But not to be a downer in the morning, but it is coming. And so this is a song about what I would do if it were the end of the world. Here we go. Well, I was flipping through the channels on my TV set last night, and then I came across some TV preacher guy, and he was talking about some prophecies, and I think I heard him say that tomorrow was the end of the world. So then I went into my kitchen and I reached for that top shelf, and I grabbed the finest whiskey I could find, 'cause there's no need to save the finer things for later anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. And then I got into my car and I drove down to a street corner, And I asked some guy where I could get some blow. And then I went up to the prettiest hooker I could find and asked if I could do a line off of her hooters. Well, much to my surprise, she said she didn't have hooters. And much to my surprise, I didn't care. Because there's no need for us to not be getting transsexual hookers anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. So have a smoke, shoot some smack, kick a kid in the face. Steal somebody's groceries, because there's no need to not be a grocery stealing, little kid in the face kicking, smack shooting, smoking, tranny hooker getting, all the other stuff I said earlier, guy anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. When I woke up this morning, I took a look around, and of course I saw that everything was fine. But I'm still gonna call and thank that televangelist preacher guy, because I had myself a really lovely time.
Yeah.
Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Luke Shepardson won one of the world's most prestigious and storied surfing contests, which was held in Hawaii over the weekend for the first time in 7 years. Shepardson, a lifeguard, beat out reigning champion John Florence on Sunday at the Eddie Aikau Big Wave Invitational with a nearly perfect score. The contest held on Oahu's North Shore goes forward only when the surf is consistently large enough during the big wave surfing season from mid-December through mid-March. Before this year, it had only been held 9 times since the initial competition back in 1984. It honors legendary native Hawaiian waterman Eddie Aikau. Music streaming service Spotify said Monday it's cutting 6% of its global workforce, or about 600 jobs. It's yet another tech company forced to rethink its pandemic-era expansion as the economic outlook weakened. CEO Daniel Ek announced the restructuring in a message to employees. It was also posted online Monday. He said the company's operating costs last year grew at double its revenue growth, and it has tried hard to rein in costs, but it simply hasn't been enough. Ek said he took full responsibility for the moves that got us here today. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The TV in the Sky Club has been nonstop with this news story about that guy in Massachusetts who got arrested for his wife's murder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said, she disappeared on Christmas. Then the cop searched his computer. Turns out this Zone 4 mongrel Googled stuff like, can baby powder cover the smell of a dead body?
Yeah.
Oh.
And is a hacksaw best for cutting through dense bones? I know. I told Tobic, I said, he basically Googled everything except, how do I clear my search history?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
When I say America, what comes to mind? For me, it's simple. Mom, apple pie, and whole milk. They've been around forever. Let's hope that doesn't change. But did you know this country is actually importing whole milk? Why waste the money shipping milk from overseas when we've got the best darn fresh milk in the world right here on our own soil? You have a choice, America. So the next time you're in the market for milk, look for the flag. Old Glory Whole Milk. Old Glory Whole Milk stands alone. It's the best milk across the board.
Hey, fellas. I'm long-time over-the-road trucker, Floyd Tucker. The next time you crave whole milk, ask your fellow truckers where you can find Old Glory Whole Milk. And then ask if they're a cop. Take it from me. It's something else.
Old Glory Whole Milk. Just say when.
Good morning.
It's sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
The man in the studio with us is comedian Greg Hahn. You ever driven in a Corvette? What do you?
I'm a little bit tall for the vet.
Are you really?
It's a
Right.
big car.
Yeah.
Put the seat back.
There's an idea. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". Yeah. I got a huge SUV. I just look at the rear view thinking I got to get some friends. Rows and rows of seats, nobody in them. I just go from gas station to gas station.
Hey, want to ride?
Tell them about your 3-point plan for success, Greg.
What is that? Where I bought the car is too expensive?
Right.
My house is too expensive?
Right.
Knock up a fat girl. How about it?
Yes, sir. Mr.
Check me out.
Success. That's Greg Hahn.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a
$1 an hour.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Check.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Fresh from making yak. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold. Tom, do you know what yak means in the NFL?
I know in the movie Christmas Story, the dog's yakking on a bone. I remember that. No, what does yak mean in the NFL?
Yards after the catch.
Oh.
Do they refer to as the yak?
Yaks.
Oh, okay. I was not aware
Catch
of
the
that.
ball and then run like Deebo Samuel
Okay, thank you.
is going to do.
No, are you giving a hint to your shoe-in of the week picks coming up this week?
No.
We'll certainly look forward to that.
Oh, no.
Oh, and wait a minute. Here, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy, please, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Godwin
Traditional fights.
shaking his head over there. I've never heard that.
Is this from the movie Avatar?
Why would it be Avatar?
The boom, boom, boom.
7 more minutes. Hey!
Now, you lived in Philadelphia.
See, they spell it.
Hell of a capper there. That's good.
Okay. You never heard that song in all your Philadelphia
once.
living? Okay.
Well, it sounds like a traditional fight song.
Well, I see you being an Eagles fan, but forgetting when the game's on a lot.
It was on Sundays, typically. Every now and then on Monday. Or Saturday even. Sometimes Thursday night. It was
Can you
weird.
tell me who the quarterback is right now for the Eagles?
Jalen Hurts.
And who's the backup?
No idea.
Really?
We used to have Jim McMahon on our show. He was our sports guy. It was fun.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea who the backup is.
He's not.
No, he's not playing anymore.
No, he's my age.
Well, not just that. But.
The name Gardner Minshew ring a bell.
Ah.
He's the backup.
Is
Thanks,
he really?
Chick.
I didn't know that.
I think that's probably why he didn't remember it.
No, I honestly didn't remember.
Wide receiver? Any of the wide receivers?
Should we do a Gardner Minshew tribute coming up later this week, just in case Gardner gets in the game?
Yeah,
Since
we
he's
could
our
do
favorite
that.
NFL quarterback. Right now, we turn to Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What have we missed, Christy?
Authorities in California are searching for 2 people who jumped out of a woman's trunk when she pulled over to investigate a strange noise. San Diego police said the woman crossed the southern border from Tijuana into the U.S., heard a noise while driving. She pulled over in a parking lot, and when she popped open the trunk, discovered 2 people hiding inside.
Canadians, I'll bet.
Police said the man and the woman jumped out of the trunk and ran away. The driver called police, but officers were unable to locate the 2 stowaways.
Oh, yeah, they're in the...
You know what? These people get in.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
If you're willing to get locked into a trunk, that'd be terrifying.
There's like a border crossing, San Onofre down by San Diego, and it's like, I don't know, 70 miles inland. I say if they get there, give it to them. I mean, that's crazy.
It shows initiative.
Yes. I couldn't make it there on foot.
I used to always say,
yes.
the folks in Cuba that had the most creative boats.
Right.
You drive by with like the American Idol judges on board, and Simon goes, "I like that one. Let him on in."
What did you got to hear half of you go? We want you.
Yeah.
You've got skills.
Yeah, we need you here. Well.
And Cincinnati custom officials discovered over 140 pounds of meth hidden in acrylic paint. According to the agency, a narcotic detector dog named Betty Working incoming freight alerted officers to a large shipment of acrylic waterproofing paint.
She's a kokoro.
Yeah. Upon closer inspection, the 5-gallon buckets appeared to have had a white crystallized substance on the lids, indicating that narcotics could be mixed within the paint.
Oh, boy.
Tests confirmed that the shipment contained over 140 pounds of liquid methamphetamine with an estimated street value of nearly $1 million, $955,000.
You know why?
Why?
Because if you're going to paint with that stuff, you're going to paint really fast.
How do they separate the paint from the meth once they get it into the country?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a process.
Is it?
You need a centrifuge.
Okay.
What you do is...
No, we don't need the full.
Hell of a strainer.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Was it actually mixed in the paint, or was it like in vials or something underneath the surface of the paint?
It sounds like
it could have been mixed with the paint, is what it says.
Oh. Do they name the paint appropriately then?
Like what color would you call it?
Like Breaking Bad blue.
Breaking Bad stuff that Walter made was
Walter White.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Right there's the joke.
It's actually Walter Eggshell.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, they missed it.
Crew.
Authorities in Germany are saying a ghost train that had been set ablaze was stopped near the Austrian border.
What the hell's this?
Isn't that cool? A ghost train.
Just going around the tracks? Nobody on it?
Like no one driving it.
The Bavarian
no one engineering, whatever you call it.
Wait a minute. It's going to keep going. Or if the accelerator is pressed, it's going to keep going.
But that's crazy.
May I finish?
Yes, you may.
It
Please.
gets better.
In fact, I insist you do.
Thank you.
Right now. You go ahead and finish that.
Because the ghost train is on fire.
The Bavarian Red Cross said firefighters had been called to put out the fire on a train near the village of Strauss.
And it's a bitch because it's going by the fire hydrant so quick. Hey!
What's the
name
name
of
of
a little spritz?
What's the name of that movie that there's a train and it pierces snow? What's the name of that movie?
Oh, I think it's called Snow Choo Choo Head.
No, John, it's called the Polar Express, idiot.
Oh, sorry.
No, Shortly before they arrived, the driverless diesel engine started moving downhill on the sloping track, picking up speed as it rolled several miles on its own.
I see.
A video posted online showed flames and smoke pouring from the train as it swept through the town with firefighters in person.
It does sound funny, like they're running with the hose.
Yeah,
That's got to be scary, a burning train.
I've heard of the Keystone Cops, but not the Keystone Fire Department.
Right?
Well, because when you park a train on a hill, you're supposed to always put on the emergency brake and then turn the wheels in.
Exactly.
That way, if it starts to slip down.
Railway officials
Hit the
managed
curb, you see.
to switch the ghost train onto a side track where it was stopped by a buffer before it could cross the border.
Come on,
the fire
back,
was
the ghost
extinguished, and then
I think it's just cool, scary, a
no one
ghost
was
train.
injured. Yeah.
Like a ghost ship.
That's eerie. Those are out there, just floating around.
And you were saying the other day that you're terrified of large objects underwater.
Yes, I have submechanophobia, which is a fear of man-made objects submerged and swimming near them and stuff. I can't take it.
Like Atlantis, that kind of thing?
Oh, boy.
You couldn't, for example, snorkel over a say, a wrecked ship.
I could, but it would just it would give me the absolute willies. And I'm fascinated by it and terrified at the same time.
So how are you in the lake, like with seaweed and mud and stuff between your toes?
Seaweed and mud, nature is okay.
Okay.
But when it's, not that it doesn't feel gross.
Right. Yeah.
But if, I got a little freaked out because my brother was like, oh, yeah, I threw the bass, a fish. It's like a
lure?
No, it's like a thing you put down, and it looks like a bunch of perches and fish. I don't know why I can't remember the name of this thing.
Fish rack?
It's essentially a fish rack, but fish hang out. They hang out near this
Filet-O-fish?
Oh, okay.
I'm totally
Like a fake coral reef type of thing?
I'm totally,
All right.
but whatever. It's, and I'm like, oh, God, I don't. And like when I have to get out of the lake and go climb the ladder on the dock, like just being near the underwater dock part freaks me out.
Are you afraid that a hand is going to reach out and grab you?
It's completely irrational. No, it's nothing like that. It's just, I think I was probably a victim of the Titanic in a past life. Or something.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Do you do okay in the aquarium?
Yeah.
Do you swim in the aquarium?
No, like going through an aquarium.
Well,
like a
I'll take
Newport
this
aquarium.
That's one damn big aquarium.
Sure, yeah. It's where they normally keep the orcas.
At the zoo or something.
Yeah, like the Newport
Yeah, because
aquarium.
Yeah, I love.
You know how often that happens, swimming in the
Ace, I'm
aquarium.
going to give you a chance to
Swimming. That's it. Walk through.
I love.
I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself, Ace, right now, ladies and gentlemen.
the deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
We've been enjoying those wonderful yak steaks today.
Yes.
My cat loves steak.
Really?
She likes it rare.
Oh.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Very cute.
I admire your confidence.
I'll share that with my cat.
He sold the hell out of it.
I thought you were going to do a hairball joke.
Into the Valley of Death Road, the 600. I got a quick joke for you.
Cannons to the left of me. Cannons to the right of me.
Oh, boy.
We have coming up in the news, Christy. What have you got over there?
We have pigs in the news. We have a great white shark in the news. We have squirrels and dogs together and
making love.
And then we have interesting news from the world of caterpillars.
Yes.
Believe it or not,
we do.
I think you're going to like this. Right now, I want to remind you that
the squirrels are gone.
'Tis the season for great food. We had some delicious food here this morning. You can have delicious food any night you want thanks to HelloFresh. How does it work? HelloFresh does the shopping for you. That saves a lot of time, plus saves a lot of money. They're buying in bulk. They're buying fresh stuff, and they are sending it to you in the box, ready to put together. And they have sent you the recipe cards, things like the fast and fresh recipes, falafel bowls, for example, Southwest pork and bean burritos, ready in just 15 minutes. Get HelloFresh and save some cash. HelloFresh is cheaper than groceries and significantly less expensive than takeout. You put it together. They give you the cards. For example, Billy, what's the latest over there?
Check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. You put those together in 6 easy steps. In 35 minutes, you have this delicious, colorful pasta dish that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
Bunch of big games coming up. How about having some great snacks or appetizers, main courses? All that stuff is available at HelloFresh. They've got whatever kind of food you're into. That would include low-cal, low-carb, or just good old-fashioned comfort food, even vegan stuff. So get the details at HelloFresh.com because this is their best offer ever. There's a special code. It's BT Show 22, like Bob Tom Show 22. Why? Part of a special package. It's 22 free meals plus free shipping. Once again, the code BT Show 22 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. That's BT Show 22 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. It is delicious. Once again, coming up, a really odd story about something in the world of caterpillars. Could they be helping us with dietary needs in the future? We're going to find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, I don't talk about this all the time, but did you know that Bob and Tom has a VIP membership and you can treat yourself or the Bob and Tom fan in your life? Just head on over to bobandtom.com. It's just that simple. If you love the Bob and Tom Show, how about full access, including the Bob and Tom archives, the complete album library? You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on-demand with our daily podcast as a VIP member. Watch that 9-camera video stream of the show. That's added in, and it's a VIP premium service. We don't call it premium for nothing, folks. The archives and the album library, you could be spending literally days and weeks, if not months, enjoying the Bob and Tom VIP membership. Whenever you're not listening to the show live and in real time, you can go back in the archives or listen to some of the great Bob and Tom albums. And again, it's available for those that want to be a part of the VIP membership. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP. In my mind, you're all VIPs.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. U.S. health officials want to make the COVID-19 vaccinations more like the annual flu shot. The Food and Drug Administration has proposed a simplified approach for future efforts, allowing most adults and children to get a once-a-year shot to protect against the mutating virus. Music streaming service Spotify announced it's cutting 6% of its global workforce, or about 600 jobs. It's yet another tech company forced to rethink its pandemic-era expansion as the economic outlook weakens. CEO Daniel Ek announced the restructuring in a message to employees that was also posted online Monday. And across the country, there's a silent frustration brewing over ever-presence of tipping. Some fed-up consumers are protesting and ranting on social media, complaining about tip requests at drive-thrus, while others say they're simply tired of being asked to leave a gratuity for even a muffin or simple cup of coffee at their neighborhood bakery. As more businesses adopt digital payment methods, customers are automatically being prompted to leave a gratuity at places they normally wouldn't, and some say it has become frustrating, as, of course, the items have skyrocketed in price due to inflation. But the workers, they say the surge in tip requests is a welcome development. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Hey, this is Tom. Coming up Wednesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, it'll be sexy time with comedian Allie Breen.
My boyfriend convinced me to start using toys in the boudoir. My boyfriend now wants to stop using toys, so I told him we can stop when he learns how to vibrate.
Hilarious.
Now,
well put.
now he thinks I'm insulting him.
That's Wednesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We have comedian Nick Griffin. Nick, you were saying that you were a communications major in college, but you have trouble communicating with people.
I think what my big problem is I don't care about the same things that other people care about, and obviously I live in Hollywood, and there's constant entertainment news, and you just, everywhere you turn, every little article in the grocery store line. Demi Moore, she has a career, 3 kids, and is going out with a 28-year-old hunk. How does she stay so fit? I don't know. She makes $10 million a movie. That might help. For that kind of money, she could hire a guy who did nothing all day but swat cookies out of her hand. Literally.
Oh, cookie.
Stop it. Stop it.
Get a whole nother guy for cakes and pies.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Jim, we mentioned that you are a tall man.
Yes. 6'6", huh?
6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also given. My married name is Somebody. Somebody's got to take the trash out. At first, I was like, is she talking to somebody else? Is there somebody else here?
Somebody.
Shouldn't we be on a first-name basis by now?
Well, someone's going to have to go to the hardware store, and somebody's going to have to put this table together.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee with a note for Tom. And here's Tom.
What have you got?
Dear Tom, quotes from this morning.
Okay.
From Tom Griswold. Quote, calm down. It's just a little snow. Go out and have some fun. Also, Tom, there's snow on the field. I hate it. It's terrible. Build a dome.
Contextually, vastly different. Snow is for skiing, not for football.
It's part of the game.
It's also for sledding. It's stupid. Build a
Back
dome.
when they didn't have dome stadiums back in the day. Everybody played
Thousands
in the snow.
Thousands of dead spectators.
Many have frozen to death.
Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Watching
colder than the Arctic.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, okay.
So this is about your personal comfort, not about the game.
No, even on television, I don't like watching.
There's snow in the picture, right?
Yeah, too much. It's hard to watch.
With digital pictures, we don't have snow anymore, right? It just kind of pixelates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that worse? I think that's worse.
Kind of is worse.
Yeah.
Well, we move forward here with Christy Lee at the news. Oh, by the way, it turns out that the famous Wiener Man stolen from the restaurant in West Virginia.
Yes.
It turns out these Wiener Men are everywhere.
What do you mean they're everywhere?
I guess you can buy them, and a lot of restaurants feature this Wiener Man.
Oh.
I insist. I want a Wiener Man.
And they come in different sizes. And then there's a full-size one, apparently 5 to 6 feet, in Petoskey, Michigan. I'm looking at it right now.
Of course.
Beautiful.
I'm surprised you didn't know about that one.
I'm surprised they didn't see the giant wiener.
Yeah.
But you ever seen a giant wiener? Man, we have... in any event, the one that was stolen in West Virginia has been recovered. So
Good.
We'll move forward here. Christy, what have you got?
Well, you've heard of chai tea.
Sure.
Well, this tea's a bit different, Josh. It's a new one called Chuhaicha tea.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It created by a Japanese researcher at Kyoto University.
Kyoto University.
It involves brewing the droppings of caterpillars that have feasted on various plants.
Come on.
The researcher came up with the idea of caterpillar tea during graduate studies at Kyoto University's Faculty of Agriculture.
It's literally
It's caterpillar poop.
turds.
Yeah.
Okay,
While cleaning the droppings left by caterpillars, a researcher noticed that they had a pleasantly fragrant smell and was almost instantly inspired to brew them into tea.
Enjoy it.
Afterwards, he pooped butterflies. No, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering what that Earl Grey guy did. What exactly is in that?
Or English breakfast, my
Plenty
goodness.
of good real teas out there.
Yeah.
What would you pay for a 6-foot-tall Wiener Man if you're willing to pick it up?
I imagine there's several $1,000s because the small one's $350. The one that's about 2 to 3 feet tall.
$2,500.
This is from Brighton, Michigan, wherever that is. $1,900.
Oh, that's even cheaper.
This is a used one, though.
Yeah, but it looks pretty good.
Doesn't need repainting.
And is this the Wiener Man who's standing there with a bun pouring ketchup on his head?
Yep, that's exactly right. Absolutely right. That's the one.
Do we need to buy this thing?
So this must be any independent restaurant that wants to have the Wiener Man can.
Apparently.
Unless is it associated with a particular brand of hot dog?
Have you guys doesn't
Ketchup, mustard?
Have you guys realized that the wiener part of the Wiener Man kind of hangs down there between the bun like
it does?
Well, yeah.
Well, of course, because the wiener sticks out of the bun.
That's the way they. Why never?
Well, yeah, but it looks
they
like
never make the bun the same length as the wiener.
It looks like the every bun I've always had was longer than the wiener.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh? Okay.
You have longer wieners than buns?
I've had both, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, you guys talking some kind of code?
Especially like on a hot dog cart. Sometimes those wieners are longer than the bun.
Yeah.
But this looks like it, right?
Yeah, they all kind of. Don't you hate the hot dogs that at the one of the ends looks like it's a thumbnail?
Yes.
Get that out of here. What happened? Why'd you pinch it off so hard?
I still have never found a good hot dog out of a ballpark. I'll either have a hot dog at home or in the ballpark. I don't go to a restaurant for a hot dog.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You don't even go to a hot dog restaurant?
There's some good hot dogs.
Because there
out
is
there.
a hot dog restaurant.
Nope.
There is?
Don't believe it.
Yeah, Hot Dan's or whatever it's called.
Nope.
Fat Dan's. Thank you.
Ain't buying it. Nope. You gotta win me over, Dan.
What about like a chili cheese dog? You can't find one of those that's to your liking?
That's too much. There's too much stuff on it.
It's a lot going on. Too much flavor? Too much variety?
You sound like me now.
You don't like ground beef on your cut-up anus?
Eat like Christy. I'll have more cheese on my hooves, please.
How's the cut-up anus tonight?
You enjoy a good hot dog. I don't want to know what's in it.
What's the waiter's name?
Phillips.
Oh, Phillips.
Could we move forward here?
I'm Captain No.
A pig, speaking of hot dogs, killed a butcher at a slaughterhouse in Hong Kong recently.
It's about time.
All right, pig.
According to CNN, the 61-year-old butcher was about to kill the pig, which he had already shot with an electric stun gun. When it regained consciousness, the man was knocked to the ground by the struggling pig and sustained a wound from a 15-inch meat cleaver.
Oh, my gosh.
A colleague found the man unconscious with the cleaver in his hand and a wound on his left foot. Police said the man was taken to a hospital where he later was certified dead. The city's labor department.
Certified?
That's what they say. Certified.
Well, I got
dead.
the good news and the bad news. The good news is you've got a certificate.
We'll just staple it to your head.
You all get a certificate when you die.
Has anybody seen the dead stamp?
They've launched an investigation into the incident, and I have no word on what happened to the pig.
He should be able to be free now. He
Get
should
on
be able
the
to
wall.
do whatever he wants to do.
So this Hong Kong pig killed one butcher?
Yep.
That's nothing. There was a Wuhan bat that killed millions.
Josh will not. He won't give it up.
I knew that's where he was going.
That's a joke, by the way. We all know it escaped from a lab purposefully. You know, I truly believe that. Can I talk about it for 30 minutes?
Go ahead, please.
I know.
So this little piggy went to jail.
Well, don't they have one of those things like Javier Bardem had in No Country for Old Men?
That's what it came back to. Like he was about to do that.
Hit it with the stun gun.
Hit it with the stun gun.
Well, that's not a stun gun. That's goes through your brain.
That is it. Well, it stuns you all right.
Yeah, punk.
Yikes.
Ooh, boy.
I didn't see that movie.
Would you step out of the car, please?
That was very good, chick.
Oh, my God.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old boy from Massachusetts caught a great white shark while fishing off the coast of Florida.
Whoa.
Campbell Keenan spent 45 minutes fighting to reel in the fish before it was close enough for him to see it was actually a massive shark. Campbell told ABC News that when they realized he'd caught a shark, everyone on the boat was ecstatic.
Why didn't he hear the cellos?
Campbell's mother, Colleen, said the 11-foot-long great white was estimated to be between 400 and 700 pounds.
His name's Campbell Keenan?
Yeah.
And his mom's name's Colleen?
Colleen Keenan.
Criminy.
I'll say.
Really? All right.
She added, I was holding on to Campbell because he wasn't strapped in anything, and the great white could have easily just taken him for a ride.
Sure.
They did tag it and release the shark. Thanks to Captain Paul Polucci.
That's right.
Everybody's okay though. The shark didn't eat the poor kid.
No, nobody got eaten.
Because I mean, after the
Shark
previous one where the pig killed the guy.
Yeah.
That's sort of a first for the pigs. But the sharks, relatively common, of course.
Not relatively common.
Which are you, Tom? A shark or a pig? Which one are you? When you're a pig all the way. From your first cocktail to your last something swig.
When you do catch and release with a shark, how do you get the hook out? Or do you just cut the rope?
I love
the line. I'm asking. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm
either.
sure
You don't go reaching
they bring
down
him
there.
up and
If they were able to tag this shark, they probably did get.
They probably got out.
You can get near the fangs and not.
Fangs.
I mean, aren't they aren't they poisonous?
You mean shark teeth?
The teeth?
Yeah, I'd be concerned that the little feller does a little flip and all of a sudden you.
You got to be careful. Sure, yeah.
And he knows what he's doing. He's probably seen a shark or two in his many times of catching.
He's 12 years old.
No, the captain did that. He didn't.
You put protection on.
Captain Smart, he's up on the flying bridge going, I'm going to meet you in that.
All right. I'll be up in the crow's nest. Take care of that, will you?
When you want to move, I'll start the engines.
I am Captain Polucci.
Yep.
You can call me Captain Polucci. Do not call me Cappy or Cap.
I'm sorry, Mr. Polucci.
Next question. Captain Polucci.
When you were a kid, did you ever do Cappy Dick?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What the heck is Cappy Dick?
I look forward to Cappy Dick every week.
Cappy Dick was a feature in the Sunday Funnies.
Hey, kids.
And it was crafts that you could do.
Yep.
It was fun.
My.
So it would give you little things you could do.
Really?
And you get some scissors and crayons. And
Wait till
popsicle
you see
sticks and stuff like
all
that?
kinds of stuff, yeah.
Wait till you see a picture of Cappy Dick. He's just exactly what you'd think he would look like.
I don't remember doing Cappy Dick.
Well, maybe
I assume that Cappy Dick is no longer in the Sunday Funnies.
Who sees the Sunday Funnies?
That's the thing. I mean,
the Sunday Funnies.
but it was just a sort of a fun thing to do.
Okay.
Well, I hope those
believe you.
Lockhorns got it all figured out. You know what I mean? They were a pretty couple, but man, they fought.
Boy, they did seem to,
Yeah.
like all the time. There's Cappy Dick.
Cappy Dick.
Oh, I remember him. Sure.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Looks kind of like Tom Selleck with a white mustache.
He's got a big old pipe.
Yep.
Cappy Dick.
Yeah,
I am Captain Polucci.
Hey, Paluch.
I'll bet there were moms and dads back in the 50s that while the kid was busy with Cappy Dick. Dad made some bad Cappy Dick joke.
Sure.
Hey, honey, Junior's busy. Look who's here. It's Cappy Dick.
Honey, we can't do it now. It's 2 p.m.
This is
The
the
kids are in
Lord's
the
Day.
living room.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay,
well,
we return to the news desk.
go ahead and do it while I dust the shelf. That's how they did it back then. She was required to do housework.
He's actively smoking a cigarette while he goes to work.
And wives called it the chore.
Authorities in Indiana report a deer known to locals as Jughead, keeping with our cartoon theme, has been freed from the plastic jug that had been stuck over his head.
Now it's just called head.
The deer had been spotted on multiple occasions in Cannleton with the plastic jug stuck on its head, leading locals to nickname him Jughead.
I'm glad he's better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we get this every once in a while. Some, raccoon with his head in a thing or whatever.
Did you ever see the documentary about the birds, like particularly the seabirds? What was it? Winged migration. Is what it was fascinating. But they
real?
Yeah, they follow. This one seagull gets, like the plastic 6-pack holder.
Sure.
It gets it around its foot. And the documentarians go, well, we can't possibly get involved in real nature here.
Right.
So they don't remove it, and they just follow these birds around, and every now and again they go, oh, there's old plastic foot.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, guys, break the rule of the documentary and help that thing, will you?
Did they eventually?
No.
Do you remember the two seagulls, Gertrude and Heathcliff?
Oh, the red skeleton thing.
The red skeleton.
Oh, those were funny.
No, it wasn't.
I enjoyed that. Clem Cadiddlehopper, Red could do no wrong.
Clem Cadiddlehopper. That's right. That's him.
Oh God. They didn't set the poor little critter free.
No.
They're like, we're not to get involved in this. Oh, that code.
Well, that's not
They
nature.
take that a little seriously.
Yes.
So if they're in a war zone,
exactly,
and they're next to some guy going, "Hey, could you stop the bleeding?" No, sorry.
Can you at least drag me into the...
We're filming.
yeah. We can't get involved in this. It would change everything.
By the way, would you like a weapon? Because they're shooting right at your head.
Yeah.
Firefighters in Idaho were called to rescue a dog that got stuck in a tree. According to the owner, Christina Danner, her dog named Izzy was chasing a squirrel when it scurried up the tree and could not get down. The Caldwell Fire Department said firefighters responded to the scene, and after much coaxing, Izzy was brought safely to the ground. As to whether the canine's efforts paid off, Danner said Izzy was never even close to catching the squirrel. She added that he did not learn his lesson and has since been whining at the window trying to get out and get that squirrel.
Okay, I had no idea. There's a picture of this dog. He's way, 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 way up in this tree. Poor little fella.
He's a good climber.
But he's still a good boy.
He's probably in heaven. You know how many sticks are in that tree?
Exactly.
It's basically 99% sticks when you think about it.
It's nonstop fetch up here, boys. Join me.
It's a whole new world. I've never been more alive.
He's a pretty big dog, too.
Is it what kind of dog? Like a hound dog? Or?
He's got the German Shepherd like ears.
Aw.
He's so far up I can't really tell. Oh, but this shows the bias of the media.
How so?
Well, I mean,
now Josh is on board.
It says, maybe it should be something like firefighters rescue dog from perfectly executed squirrel maneuver.
Yes.
Or from the squirrel's perspective. Evil dog.
Yeah.
Attempts to murder gentle squirrel.
Gentle squirrel hero rescued from evil dog.
Still a good boy. He's way up there. I can see why they had to bring the fire.
Yeah.
Willie, I have a squirrel that's been getting into my bird feeder.
What are you going to do, shoot it?
No, I'll tap on the window and that won't scare it away. So now I have to step outside and it looks at me and it doesn't leave until I go, get out of here. And then it leaves.
Have you tried greasing the pole?
There is no pole.
No, he said he was outside looking at a squirrel. Okay.
There is no pole. It's attached. It's just sitting on my windowsill.
Oh.
Well, that's the problem.
Well, no.
It's incredibly accessible.
It really isn't.
What you need to do, as I did this years ago,
here we go.
You need to put a wire to a tree nearby. And then bring it back to your house, and you have it like on a pulley system.
There you go.
Too far away.
So you can send it. You can send it out.
Send it out and then bring it back.
Josh, here's the thing: you have no idea what you've accidentally unlocked.
What I mean is, it's too far away. I like to sit at my booth.
No, you can still have it like 10 feet away from your deck. and then it's dangling there, and then the squirrels will go out.
Oh, in this case, they're right there. The birds come up. I look at them. My cat loves them.
The
watches
squirrels
them.
are eating.
The squirrels.
Squirrels don't eat birds. They ate the bird seed.
No, these squirrels are eating birds. I think there's something wrong with them.
Okay,
No.
They like to hear the
right now,
bones crunch in there.
if you want to get your sweetie the perfect gift, I wouldn't recommend a bird feeder.
What would you recommend?
Unless you're trying to break up. I would recommend something from Steven Singer Jewelers, specifically Periwinkle. Periwinkle is apparently a bird and also some kind of a sea creature, I guess.
Here you go, honey. I almost got you diamonds, but this is a finch feeder.
Yeah, don't do that. You can get diamonds or you can get the periwinkle, which is the latest flower. It's a gold-dipped American Beauty rose, 24-karat gold to be precise, from Steven Singer Jewelers. You can look at it at IHateStevenSinger.com. And periwinkle, we have determined, is kind of a blue, purpley, violet color.
We were all aware of it.
And this is
all of us but you.
This is the new one. I was not aware of it. I'm just trying to enlighten their folks that aren't aware what color periwinkle
Very
is.
few colors you're aware of.
As opposed to another color. IHateStevenSinger.com. Once again, the details can be found at the website, and it's exclusively available at Steven Singer Jewelers. The #1 gift for Valentine's Day, by the way, the gold-dipped roses start at just $59 and come with free shipping and a free lifetime guarantee. Real roses from a real jeweler. Also, of course, real diamonds are available from a real jeweler. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers. IHateStevenSinger.com is where you'll find it.
She'll probably sleep with you if you get her one of those.
Okay, thank you very much.
In fact, I think Steven Singer guarantees it.
That may be problematic.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to him.
Possible, yet not guaranteed. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Mommy rock. Hey. There comes a point in a man's life where he has a fever. Watch out, stuntman at work.
All right.
Okay. Look, Ma, no hands. Look at that. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I still got a fever. And I need more cowbell.
Uh-oh. Oh, there's more.
Two mummies with cowbelts on. There are no hands being used here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I say, come here, boy. Come hither, come hither, come here, boy. Come hither, come here. She say, come here, boy. Come hither, come hither, come here, boy. That fat cat's always lazy, he don't keep us satisfied. A slim, trim, laying shady on the side. I say the queen grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. I say the queen, she grooves me all night long, my fucking little baby. Check it out.
Wow!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
The band is Here Come the Mummies, and if I could, if I could break it down for just a second, I wanted to mention
cow belt.
The cow belt. For those of you listening,
Wow.
I'm unfamiliar with it. It's a very unusual instrument. It's actually.
Please tell me that's patented somehow.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, baby!
It's worn much like
Device
a
of evil genius.
It's worn much like a cod piece.
Yes.
And then one has to rotate.
Well, you have to thrust.
It's all about the pump and thrust.
That's it.
Bobby Tommy. Say hello to your Sarah Bella.
Oh, dear, you've got a little gravy on your blouse from dinner.
Oh, honey, that's not gravy. That's part of my frontal lobe.
Just for morons. From Friggamall Industries. Ask for it by name.
What the hell?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Pizza Hut, apparently, is going to start delivering cold beer along with their food.
No kidding.
They started the testing beer delivery program in Phoenix, Arizona.
And it passed with flying colors.
Yeah, everyone took it.
Yeah.
So how do you prove that you're of legal age?
The company told Fortune magazine it plans to expand that.
I'd like a large pizza, please. And 40 beers.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there at the news desk.
Hi, chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Christy just said I don't help. What does that mean?
Well, you know what helping is?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'd be a start.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hi, everybody.
There's Willie Griswold.
No.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Coming up later this week, it'll be the Shoe-In of the Week. Chick McGee heading into the Super Bowl.
Yep.
A couple of very important games this weekend, and he's made his picks, but he's not sharing them with us. He's given a couple of hints.
Say any of that.
Okay, we'll certainly look forward to that. But right now, it's time for us to look to the past as we try to educate you.
If we can't remember the past, what about the...
We're bound to future it up.
Yeah.
Time now for Today in History, January 24. 24. Here's Tom.
This is kind of interesting. In 1922...
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Over 100 years ago.
A guy from Iowa named Christian K. Nelson invented something. Anybody remember what Mr. Nelson invented?
The paperclip.
No.
The AccuJack.
Nope. He invented the Eskimo pie.
Oh.
I don't think that should count. Food being invented shouldn't count.
No, he
Put
created.
chocolate sauce on ice cream?
No, the Eskimo pie.
This is chocolate sauce frozen on ice cream.
What year was that?
1922.
Right?
So I mean,
I think Ace is taking exception with it.
Don't Eskimos get all mad now when you say
Yeah, I
Eskimos?
can't say
it's,
that.
now so I Googled this and found out that the Eskimo pie's name has been canceled. The famous chocolate-covered ice cream bar is getting a new name. It is now known as the Edie's Pie. E-D-Y apostrophe as Edie's Pie.
You know, one of the most successful teams in the CFL, Canadian Football League, used to be the Edmonton Eskimos.
What are they now?
They're now the Elks.
Edmonton Elks. That's pretty cool.
Edmonton Elks.
Okay. So, yeah, that name is apparently not especially well-liked. And you have a tribute, Pat?
Sure. Bye-bye to the Eskimo pie. I hear the name's insensitive, but I'm not sure why. They took away my ice cream back in July. Klondike bar, I'll give you a try. To pronounce it properly next time. Klondike.
By the way, those are just called clons now.
Sorry. Back to history. How about this one? The first canned beer was sold in America in 1935.
What was it?
Hams.
No, this is weird. It was called Kruger's Cream Ale.
Kruger.
Yep.
I do not know if Kruger's is still out there.
Cream
We're just
ale.
talking about cream soda.
And it's not cream soda, though. This was an alcoholic beverage.
There's a lot of delicious cream ales out there.
What makes it a cream ale?
I think that they use cream in the brewing process.
Oh, okay.
Sun King has a great cream ale called Sunlight. It's one of my favorite beers.
It's from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh.
Kruger's Cream Ale.
Genesee Cream Ale. There's a Genesee beer out there.
Yeah, I can remember that, years later. Let's see. On this date in 2006, Walt Disney bought Pixar for more than $7 billion.
Wow.
What year was that?
2006.
Well, he passed away. How could he buy?
The company.
Let's see now.
His head is still low.
Let's do some happy birthdays.
I would like to buy Pixar. Shut up, Walt.
Oh, we had a sad thing yesterday.
Oh,
What was it?
This reminds me
Splash
of it.
Mountain? Oh.
Yeah, Splash Mountain closed.
Yeah, like yesterday was the last day for Splash Mountain.
They're going to put in something new in that facility. Ernest
no
Borgnine was born on this date in 1917. Of course,
and the guy on that show passed away, didn't he?
yes. So Ernest Borgnine, famous for the movie Marty, of course, which I believe he won the Oscar.
Yeah, Tom, which guy passed away from McHale's name?
The gentleman who portrayed Fuji.
Yes. That
That actor. Most of the guys from McHale's Navy, which was a great show with Ernest Borgnine. I loved McHale's Navy.
Is that early 60s, late 50s? When is that?
Yeah, that was mid 60s.
It was in black and white. Does
Ernest
that tell you?
Borgnine, PT 73. It was
Tim Conway was on it.
Tim Conway. Oh, the great Carl Valentine.
Oh, we should have brought this up an hour ago. You could have.
Carl Valentine's good. Who's the guy that I think is real funny?
Joe Flynn?
Yes, Joe Flynn.
He's great.
Oh, Leadbottom.
Yeah, everybody on that show was tremendous. But yes, the actor who portrayed Fuji, who was their POW.
Right.
Oh, man, this is never-ending jokes.
That sounds insensitive at best.
No, I think it really wasn't. I think they were trying to.
Yeah.
No, I think they were saying that, hey, we all can get along.
They were kind of. There was kind of a message of, hey, we're all kind of the same.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I don't.
They would slap them around. Hey, you're just like us now. And they really taught him.
Here we go. Yeah.
They'd burn him with lit cigarettes when he tried to use chopsticks. It was all very funny.
None of these things are true. It was very sweet.
Time now for things we learned on the show. We had yak meat today.
It was good.
I have yak meat in my belly. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have my credit card number memorized.
Chick, I also have your credit card number memorized.
See? It's coming.
Well, you want to shop or not? All right. That's okay. We had falling iguanas again in Key West. Yeah, it got cold. Pat Godwin got an email from Ella Fitzgerald's family and asked him to stop. Tom has no phone numbers memorized. That is not
that are of people that are alive. James Yoshio Yoda portrayed Fuji. Died yesterday, sadly.
That is sad. Oh, he must have been in his 90s.
88, actually.
90s.
He was a young POW in the show.
And remember, if you're expecting inclement weather or maybe some road-altering experience, be sure to go make some French toast because you're going to be home alone.
Yeah, toast.
And
thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.